pain. You caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.
I wish a void opened in the air to suck me up, cause I really don't care. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I'm gone. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. Disappointment echoes in my brain. Anyone would really go insane. Empty hands promised me everything, gave me nothing in the end. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I'm gone. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. When I fall, would you miss me at all? I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie.
All right, let's get it rolling. Bro, come on with this. Arena Breakout Infinite. What is this? FPS Quest. Tired of dying? You installed a mod to cheat. Wait, what did that say? FPS Quest has stopped working because the player demonstrated insufficient skill levels, likely caused wildly inaccurate aim, running directly into danger, forgetting that FPS are literally your health. The game will now close to prevent further humiliation. Press any key to accept your defeat. That's crazy. Really? What an interesting idea for a game. Oh, how's it going, Nigel, man? Have I got a trailer for you? I don't usually do movie trailers, but I got something I know you'll want to see. That's kind of cool. Damn, bro, nothing is standing out, bro. Nothing is standing out. Okay, whatever. So this is the new Doomsday trailer. Avengers Doomsday. Like I said, I don't usually cover movies, but this brought back some old friends. This might actually be good.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
There they are, man. Hot damn. Look at that. Isn't that fucking crazy? Oh. They're bringing back the X-Men. The OGs. I really hope they learn their lesson. And the only reason, by the way, we watch that is because it's going to be a segue into this. Have they learned their goddamn lesson? Has Marvel finally dug themselves out of the trenches? Hopefully Doomsday is going to be the turner.
You could not live with your own failure. And where did that bring you? Back to me. In case you've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, or just passed out drunk from too much festive celebration, you're probably
Check out the Critical Drinker. Critical Drinker. Fuck yes, Critical Drinker.
gonna know that Marvel have started dropping teaser trailers for Avengers Doomsday, which is still like a year away, but what the hell, you've got to build that hype up somehow. And hats off to them for this one, using Fire and Ass, probably the biggest Disney movie of the entire year, as an exclusive release mechanism was a pretty genius marketing move. Whoever came up with that idea, give that man a raise.
No, I don't think I will.
Right from the get-go, Marvel have made no secret of the fact that Doomsday was going to be all about one thing: nostalgia. Arguably because that's the only card left for the MCU to play at this point before it all gets rebooted and the cycle of money making begins again with a new generation. And yeah, it might be cheap and manipulative, but you've got to admit, it's pretty fucking effective. Remember all those characters you used to love in other better movies when our franchise was actually still good? Well, they're back for one last adventure. This is the last time you're ever gonna see them on the—
Man, they spent 10 years. 10 years building up this franchise. What the fuck, man? Just thinking about, like, Captain America, Civil War, like, Iron Man, Thor. Thinking about all those movies. What the fuck? What happened?
big screen. You don't want to miss out on that, do
It was
you?
banger. I never was really a fan of, they were okay. I just, they were okay. I'll say that. The one where he dies, that was a good movie. That was a good movie. I'm sorry, that was a damn good movie. But, like, I don't know, dude, like...
You dick. It's a bit like that cool new band you used to love as a teenager, but then they aged out of their style and their last few albums were kinda shit, and you moved on to other stuff and gradually lost interest. But then you find out they're playing one last farewell gig in your hometown. You're probably gonna go see them for old time's sake, if nothing else. And because the entire movie's predicated on which nostalgia bait characters and actors they're able to get back, the teasers they've released so far have reflected that. The first one focused on the return of Steve Rogers for the first time in 6 years, probably the worst kept secret in movie making. I guess Captain Falcon Man wasn't the big hit they hoped for, eh?
Yeah, they're having to bring back all the characters. Bro, you can't replace these characters, man. Every actor fit the character like a glove that was custom made. Like, I feel like Stan Lee, whenever he sat down to write these characters, he already had the actors in mind. There's no way, dude. You cannot replace these actors. They are perfect for these roles.
He's out of line, but he's right.
It's almost like a character is more than just the clothes they wear or the shield they carry, and copy-pasting them onto someone else doesn't transfer the emotional investment you had in the original. Especially when the new guy is used as a cheap excuse to lecture you about how domestic terrorism is actually good and everyone needs to do better, without providing any actual ideas or solutions of his own.
But you have no idea how complicated this situation is.
You know what? You're right. And that's a good thing.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Let's be honest here, we all knew Chris Evans was going to come back to the MCU at some point. You can only say no to those big Marvel paychecks and all that media exposure for so long, and well, it's not like he's been drowning in blockbuster movie success since Endgame. The teaser depicts him as a loving father reluctantly called back to the fight to help save the world.
They did the same thing for Thor as well. They did the exact same thing for Thor.
What the fuck did I just hear?
Wait a second, a capable, loving, successful, aspirational father figure in a Disney movie?
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
What kind of bizarro world are we living in here? Next you'll be telling me that Thor isn't portrayed as a goofy joke.
So that I may fight once more, defeat one more.
I saw Thor's trailer as well. Holy shit, that bitch slaps, boy. Oh, I was thoroughly impressed with Thor's trailer as well.
And return home to her.
Oh my god. Taika Waititi must be spinning in his grave right now. Wait, what do you mean he's not dead? Oh, sorry, it's just his career that's dead. You know, as much as the first two Thor movies took themselves a little
Bro,
too
Thor Ragnarok was so good. I think, other than Endgame, Thor are like the two final what was it? It was Endgame and another one. It was those two films, whichever fucking two films that had Thanos in it. Ragnarok is probably my favorite film, honestly.
Seriously, and hadn't quite figured out how to use the character properly. The more I think about it, the more I realise I'd rather watch their earnest but clumsy attempts to live up to the Shakespearean grandeur of the God of Thunder than ever subject myself to farcical, self-deprecating sludge like Love and Thunder. Say what you want about them, but there's a kind of simplistic sincerity and honesty to their take on Thor, instead of making him the butt of endless jokes and cheap, ironic deconstruction. In fact, I do believe I speak for the entire world when I say we are so fucking done with having our heroes and our stories and our mythologies deconstructed and mocked. They've been deconstructed to the point where there's literally nothing left of them. And for what? So that some wanky, pretentious video essayist can jerk off to the ironic postmodernist reflection of today's nihilistic, morally grey world? Fuck off, wanky, pretentious video essayists. Sometimes it's okay for a hero to just be a fucking hero.
Right?
Anyway, I digress. Much like the Steve Rogers teaser, Thor is also depicted as the archetype of a father living a peaceful life, forced to take up arms once more to defend everything he loves. It's a surprisingly honest, heartfelt, sincere, dramatic scene that just works. No Valkyrie with her shit-eating smirk to put him down. No retarded rock monster making quippy observations about everything that's happening. No Jane Foster trying to outdo him like a walking inferiority complex. Just a man, older and wiser and scarred by past battles, looking deep inside for the strength to go into the fray one more time. The third teaser, which I can't show yet because it hasn't been released on YouTube and I don't want to get sued, focuses on Professor X and Magneto agreeing to work together. Two old friends and enemies with a lifetime of baggage and conflicting ideology.
Bro, look how young they were. Hell, even now, they're so much older. I guess maybe they look kind of the same, but man, like, I grew up with these guys. These guys were the OGs. These guys I'd ride or die with. I don't give a fuck. I might end up having to watch this Doomsday movie. I might end up having to. By the way, Predator Badlands just dropped on Hulu. So, go watch your version of Predator Badlands.
Behind them, learning to put aside their differences and work together for the greater goods. Again, it's simple but effective stuff. No shitty jokes, no ironic quips, no girl bosses to undermine the moment. Just two people we know and care about, having a scene together that's actually allowed to breathe and sink in.
No way. Yes way.
Jesus H. Christ, is Marvel actually growing up? Have they actually listened to all the fan complaints and the box office bombs and taken steps to correct it? I don't know. These are just...
Yep, the new Predator movie. I really hope this new Doomsday is good.
Teasers at the end of the day. For all I know, the finished movie could still be a chaotic, goofy, self-deprecating disaster that makes Love and Thunder look like War and Peace. But if these teasers are in any way reflective of the end product, well, I think Marvel were playing the best hand they possibly can here. They're making smart moves, treating Doomsday with the gravitas and seriousness it deserves, putting their most iconic heroes that they know people actually care about front and center, instead of a bunch of AstroTurf diversity hires and cheap carbon copies. You know, it's amazing what you can do when you give your customer what they actually want, instead of force-feeding them what you think they need. But you can't please everyone all of the time, and the people who make it their business to be offended on behalf of the entire human race have already started complaining about the lack of diversity in the teasers.
Oh no! What happened?
Yo!
Girls get it done.
No, you...
Oh, fuck off.
You don't, sweetheart. That's
Oh,
the problem.
fuck off,
Where are the
man.
Captain Marvels, the She-Hulks, the Ironhearts, the Captain Falcon Man, the Eternals? Damn, it's actually a real movie? Well, dear viewer, the problem with all those characters is nobody gives
Bro,
a...
they have force-feeded us slop. So much slop for the past... Ever since Stan Lee died. Stan Lee would be rolling over in his grave if he knew how Marvel would turn out whenever he fucking died. He would be pissed. Bro, like... Stan Lee's legacy has been chipped, tarnished by these fuckwads. And it is so happy to see them lose their jobs. Because that's what deserves to happen to them. They need to lose their job. They don't need to be in filmmaking. They don't need to be in game development. They need to just not have a job in that industry, period. Fuck them. I remember whenever I was in the theater and I watched Endgame, people were clapping whenever they saw Captain America pick up the fucking hammer, dude. That shit was so legit. Bro, the spine tinglies. Come on. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck happened tomorrow? It makes me so goddamn angry to think how far Marvel has fallen. Like, it just, you're really gonna let these stereotypical, lobotomite, dimwit fucktards that don't even watch Marvel films try to tell you how to make a Marvel film. People like me go watch Marvel films, like Nigel, like fucking, I don't know, fucking Chad. We go watch Marvel films. Those fucking lobotomites don't. They just bitch about it. And then whenever you add what they want, they don't ever go actually see it. You just waste your fucking time. Like in the last Spider-Man movie they made, bro, that shit was a banger. It had all 3 fucking Spider-Mans in it. Like, what the fuck? Bro, you can't fucking beat that.
Fuck about them. They never did, and they never will. And after half a decade of practically ramming them down our throats and demanding we accept them, I think even Marvel are starting to realize this shit ain't working, man. They've practically destroyed their own brand and driven away their core audience, trying to appease the activists who never gave a shit about their product in the first place and push the message that's been rejected.
People that push that, they're never gonna watch these films. Ever. They will, I cannot tell you how many times, I've even done this for my fiance. She's like, oh, that's a cute game. And I was like, you won't play it though. Well, yeah, but it's cute. Then if you're not going to play it, it doesn't matter what you think. That company's not going to succeed. If you think a game, I don't care if it looks girly or whatever. If you see a game and you think that it looks good, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, every supporter they get helps their cause. Like, what are we doing?
Time and time again, and ultimately something had to
They're gonna feed the biggest herd. Always.
Either they changed course and tried to undo the damage they've inflicted on themselves, or they go out of business.
Bro, that scene where Thanos just straight up pulls the moon out of the sky at Tony. Bro had a fucking moon thrown at him. Like, who the hell can say they had a moon thrown at them? Come on.
Fucking pick one. In fact, from what I've been told, Kevin Feige himself privately admitted defeat on all this stuff a couple of years ago when he said, "We've done our bit for king and country. Now we need to get back to making money again." It's a crazy plan, but it just might work. It's funny how quickly all that nonsense goes out the window when actual survival becomes the priority again, isn't it? It's a bit like when there's another foreign war brewing and you start seeing all-male recruitment ads for the army. That's when you realize, oh shit, they want actual soldiers again.
Bro,
these are all
so like, am I the only person that thought that Hela from Thor Ragnarok was fine as hell? Bro, that's a badass bitch right there. She's a fine ass woman. And then her character showed such strength too. You could show strength with a woman character and not fuck everything else out of proportion. You can totally do that. Why are you doing it in parts that it doesn't belong? That's the problem. It's so obvious whenever they got together on the field, whenever they were fighting Thanos, all the women character got together in that battle scene. It immediately turned my stomach. I was like, oh, fuck off with it. Like, I can't tell you how many people were in the theater that were like, oh, fuck off. Like, come on. Like, whenever they were fighting Thanos on the final battlefield, and then you saw them all grouped together, that shit wasn't in the first movie. You know why? Because they were getting their ass handed to them in the first movie. Oh, but that's because they didn't have the women grouped together. No, that's because everyone was spread too thin. They had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Goes out the window when actual survival becomes the priority again, isn't it? It's a bit like when there's another foreign war brewing and you start seeing all-male recruitment ads for the army. That's when you realize, oh shit, they want actual soldiers again. Now, these are all necessary steps to get the MCU back to something vaguely resembling long-term profitability again, but in the short term, it does leave them in the tricky position of having pissed off just about everyone. The modern audience they've been desperately courting for the past 5 years are going to be so deeply triggered by the swerve back towards traditional male.
Why do they all look the same, too? They all have dyed hair, short hair, and sometimes, most of the time, they have like these schizo-looking glasses that they think makes them look pretty, but no one fucking thinks they're pretty. It's the fact that they don't have somebody in their life that tells them, you look like shit. Why the fuck are you dressing like that? You look like a fucking schizo. She looks like a grandmother. She's probably only 30. Like, who the fuck wants to look like this? You look ancient.
Heroes that there's not enough chamomile tea in the world to calm them down, while the core audience that made them a global brand in the first place have been burned and driven away by years of self-righteous lectures and tedious identity politics. A lot of them have moved on to other things now, and they might prove harder to win back than Marvel think, especially if they plan to reboot and relaunch the whole MCU after Secret Wars. You're gonna need a large and dedicated fan base to stick with you through a major shake-up like that, and I don't know if Marvel can count on it anymore. But hey, it's going to be fun to watch them try.
There are some people that even if the movies start being good again, they will probably not return. Because they've been scarred. They've been branded by them wasting their money on the franchise. And that's just going to be a net loss forever. And they're going to have to come to terms with that. Because that's what happens when you alienate your audience. See, what's going to happen is they're going to think, well, it's good right now, but it'll never stay that way. And they'll probably be right. And they don't want to get their trust up again just to have it broken. That's what it boils down to.
That's all I've got for today.
Even these trailers that I've been seeing, I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical. I'm very scared.
Go away now.
The Book of
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on now. Okay. We got Bat and Squatch versus the Predator. Let's go. Check out Bat and Squatch, Bat and Squatch on YouTube. Bro, only Batman can make a landing look that badass. Yo, they need to figure out who's acting as Batman in this, because that dude is, like, legit. Oh! Oh!
Darn working.
I think I swallowed my toothpick.
God damn! Bro, wait, he inhaled that.
Looks like this thing is jammed up again.
Oh, jungle again. Please let Indy Jones be here. I want him to sign my fedora.
You mean his fedora?
Ah, come on, Bats. That's just semantics. Focus. Someone or something is watching us.
Yo, wouldn't that be a crazy spin-off movie? If like Batman actually fought the Predator? I think that'd be sick as shit, dude. That'd be sick. Like, just imagine that. That'd be a really cool movie. Bro! Look at Dutch! Oh! Damn, Dutch been hitting the weights, man.
Whoa. This guy is built like a Terminator.
Batman! You son of a bitch.
Yo! Damn, Batman been hitting the weights, man. Damn.
That's the manliest hand.
You know what's crazy is that Arnold talked about how he's never gonna look like how these old people do. He said it worked just fine until he turned 40. He said once he hit 40, no matter how much he worked out, it just looked like shit.
I've ever seen. I think my eyeballs grew beards just watching it.
Okay, this is starting to get awkward.
The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
I'm strictly freelance now.
Good. Because we're in a world of hurt. There's something in this jungle, Bats. It ain't no man. It's a hunter. It already took out my whole team. Hawk. Apollo. The sexual tyrannosaurus.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hawk.
It took one of his fingers too. Look at that.
Apollo. The sexual tyrannosaurus.
You guys have some interesting code names.
The nerdy one with the glasses who told the dumb jokes.
Not the comic relief. That's my demographic.
It's invisible, and I gotta get to the extraction point before it makes a trophy out of my skull.
It picked the wrong planet to hunt on. We'll help you kill it.
You can try to kill it by yourself. I have to get to the chopper.
Oh, I didn't say it in such a low tone.
So, was that an invite to the chopper? Or is he just really late for a flight?
Yeah, he left. Whatever's out here must have really spooked him.
Rude. Especially after that epic handshake.
Oh!
Was that a camera shutter? Are we being paparazzi'd? Please don't tag me in anything. My hair frizzes in this humidity. I look like a wet rug.
Bats? Why am I the only one with the laser pointer on me? Look out!
Oh!
Go! We'll draw his fire.
Oh, there he is. Look at that.
Over here! Mop head! Eyes on the real threat!
Woo! Bro, that was a close shave right there. Oh, that's gonna be a bald spot.
It's gonna take 6 months to grow back evenly.
Am I invisible? Why does he hate me? I'm so lovable.
Oh, is the bat suit protecting him? Does the bat suit block hot body heat?
He ran right by me like I wasn't there.
I gotta know now. Hold on, wait. Does Batman's suit block light? It does! Yo! That's a real thing. That's the reason why the Predator can't see Batman. It's actually a thing that's automatically incorporated into his suit. It regulates his body heat. That's a real thing. Holy crap. So it helps him avoid sweating. That's the reason why it was incorporated. Holy crap, yo, W freaking video. Someone knows their lore.
I am not built for adventure races. I'm a lurker. I stand still and look blurry. That's my skill set.
I can't believe he ran right by me. Didn't even acknowledge me.
Don't take it personally. Maybe he just prefers big-boned targets.
I'm the world's greatest detective. I'm a threat level midnight. I am the one who knocks. And I'm getting the cold shoulder from a glorified poacher. Technically, you're getting the cold shoulder because you're cold. I'm the one he's trying to give a hot plasma enema to.
A hot plasma enema, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude, these are so good! Oh my god, don't ever stop making content.
My suit has advanced thermal technology. He can't see me.
Thank you!
It's the fur, isn't it? He wants a rug. I knew I shouldn't have used that volumizing conditioner this morning. This whole survival situation is really playing havoc with my dietary preferences. I haven't had a decent artisanal sourdough in days. The plan is simple. We use his instincts against him. He hunts the biggest
Does he have
game.
a potato?
He wants the prize. Well, I am a limited edition. Clearly, this dude has great taste. Exactly.
My God, dude. Their portrayal of Bigfoot is so good. Come on, man. Like, that's hilarious. I'm sorry, dude. That's hilarious.
Well, I am a limited edition. Clearly, this dude has great taste.
And then he's got that nice shit-eating grin, too. Dude, that's so funny.
Exactly. You're the bait. And he'll try to take the shot, and I'll hopefully get him before that. I'll be honest, I don't love the B word. Can we call me the guest of honor? Or the VIP? You stand in the center of the clearing. You make noise. You radiate heat. You look alluring. Alluring? Okay, weird word choice, but I can do alluring. When he decloaks to take the trophy, I'll be waiting. And you're sure you can take him? He has a plasma cannon. You have emotional baggage and a boomerang.
He made a mistake. He ignored the Batman. Tomorrow,
He didn't necessarily ignore you, he just didn't see you.
learns why that's a big mistake.
You're really hung up
Yo,
on
I never would have thought that if Batman came across the Predator wouldn't even see him. Like, just that alone, I didn't even think that would be possible. Like, W pickup, like, I didn't even realize.
being ignored thing, huh? It's okay to be a beta sometimes, Bats. Embrace the sidekick life. You know, Robin knew when to stop talking. Get some sleep, we move at dawn.
Oh no, I am all alone and so alluring. I hope no intergalactic hunters see my robust physique.
Was that too much? I felt like I was overacting.
I'm kind of surprised the Predator's even trying to fight him. Maybe he thinks that he's some kind of monster. He doesn't have a
Do
gun.
another take?
It's kind of impressive how, like, that looks like the original Predator. It looks like the original Predator. That's kind of impressive.
Okay, that's actually terrifying. Bats? Anytime now.
Oh! You know what it feels like I'm watching? You remember those old, like, 60s, like, shows that were in black and white that you could tell, like, it's so obvious that they were, like, you know, dated for its time, or you could see the strings of them flying around and stuff. I feel like we're in the very, very beginning evolutions of what is going to inevitably be an amazing, like, I don't want to break the immersion, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel like that this has only just begun. As far as media, this is only ever going to get better. It's going to be like, it'll be like how old 60s shows were, like, if you watch the original Superman, the old TV show, how it kind of looks, it obviously looks like, you know, a bunch of actors flying around and beating each other up, and it's obvious, right? But you look at that, and then you look at the Avatar or Avengers Endgame, and that's where we're headed, boys. Oh, get him! Come on, Batty! Oh! Oh! Boom! Uh-oh. That's not good. He really looked like Ben Affleck right there. He really looked like Ben Affleck. Right there.
Did you get him? Where'd he go?
I have no idea. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's miserable.
Where'd he end up? Comic-Con! He ended up at a Comic-Con!
It was incredible bringing Captain Victory to the screen.
Absolutely. Working on that final battle sequence was phenomenal. Excuse me, how much for this one right here?
That's a classic. I can do $20 since it's ungraded.
You gonna buy something or what? This ain't no library.
Wow! Look at that costume!
Wow, cool costume.
Who is that?
Look at the detail. Wow, look at that costume. It's amazing.
I know, right? The detail is incredible. We have to just say hi.
Right here, look, right here. Awesome. This is gonna be epic.
Jesus, man. Damn, that's crazy. Dude, that was an epic crossover. W video. Oh, you know we gotta watch them bloopers, man. Nailed it!
You son of a beach!
I wonder how hard it was for him to get the AI to do what it wanted during that scene. What the? Oh my god! Oh, he fell. Oh! Uh-oh.
Ugh, my head! Where did we land? I think I swallowed a fish.
Oh, that would have been a really good one. You're playing like Leapfrog or something? They just flying, okay.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, that was a W video by Bat Squatch. W video, man. Let's go. I think it will be very good for gaming too. Alright, check out Bigfoot vlog time. Hell yeah, Bigfoot vlog time.
Birds, which means today requires serious food intervention.
Ah, fuck.
Why are humans smiling while cutting food? And why does it look strangely powerful?
He's becoming a chef today, boys.
Those tools shine like weapons, but nobody scream, which makes this very suspicious.
I have fought storms in cities, so cooking breakfast should respect me immediately.
Everything here is tiny, fragile, and judging me silently from every shiny surface. This cloth is fighting me, and I believe it is winning aggressively. Vision is optional in cooking, but confidence must remain extremely visible.
Yes, this face belongs to a professional who absolutely understands culinary responsibility.
These ingredients appear calm now, but I sense
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, he looks kind of good in a chef's uniform.
future betrayal forming quietly.
Cooking is controlled chaos, and I personally excel at uncontrolled situations.
Want a custom shout-out, birthday wish, or roast from me? Head to Cameo, link in the description, Jay. I'll make it legendary. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell for more.
Hey, check out Bigfoot Vlog time.
This blade feels small but dangerous, like an angry insect with ambition. The vegetable has escaped, which confirms it does not respect authority.
Slap it with the knife. Oh!
Precision may be overrated when strength exists in
Damn, he's so strong he made that he like did a quantum tunnel and made that carrot multiply.
Quantities. I did not intend violence, yet violence arrived anyway without invitation.
Yeah?
You were brave, round friend, and your sacrifice will not be ignored. I will be gentle now, because fragility demands emotional sensitivity.
Oh!
That was not gentle, and I regret every decision leading here.
Humans remove these patiently, which explains their emotional strength.
This powder feels innocent, yet I sense future disaster inside it.
Oh, he sneezed. Oh no. Oh.
Maximum heat equals faster success, which feels logically correct.
He gonna burn it. That's a lot of cooking oil.
Means richer flavor and fewer emotional problems.
Oh, that's bad.
The pan is angry, and I may have offended it deeply.
Throw flour on it. Oh!
Fire bravely, food friends, for greatness awaits inside. Why does cooking sound like a battlefield suddenly? This tool was not designed for champions of my size.
Oh! He got it.
Destroying morale within this kitchen rapidly.
Oh, he's just reaching in and grabbing it. Oh, oh.
Pain is teaching me lessons that books never covered.
This seasoning smells friendly, which should be acceptable.
My tongue is confused, frightened, and asking difficult questions.
That's not a good sign.
Seeds mentally, yet potatoes are already finished and judging me.
Oh my god, it's burnt, bro. It's burnt. It's all just burnt.
Bends time, logic, and my understanding of agriculture. This smell suggests success or immediate evacuation. Air, please carry my mistakes far away.
Do you think every chef does that whenever they're like burning the kitchen down? They're like, air, take my mistakes far away.
That sound feels judgmental and unnecessary. Freedom for smoke. Shame remains inside with me. Calm is required when disaster pauses briefly.
This plate is disrespectfully small for my efforts.
Behold my creation, born from courage and confusion. I will survive this moment bravely. This flavor tells a story of mistakes.
You think Gordon Ramsay ever did that? You think he ever like stuck something in his mouth and was like, man, the mistakes that were made in this dish, holy. Yo, you need to do a crossover with Gordon Ramsay.
Accept this result as a learning experience. Presentation distracts from taste occasionally.
My God, the kitchen, bro. Look at that kitchen. It's fucked.
Environment reflects my journey accurately.
Oh my God.
Cooking requires patience, control, and smaller hands. I thank you for surviving me.
Hunger remains, but wisdom has grown.
Oh, no, wait, go back. Is that the same kitchen from before? I think that might be the same kitchen that he went to do the plumbing thing in. What the fuck happened here? Wait a minute. How do I get out of this? Whoa, what the fuck?
All right, America. New week, new Bigfoot. I'm built different. Also, ignore
How
that
the
cough.
fuck?
It's confidence escaping my chest. This is pine needle tea.
Bro, I can't get out of this. Was it like F12? There it goes. What the fuck, man? That looks like the same kitchen that he went and did the plumbing in.
Hunger remains, but wisdom has grown.
Nature never demands seasoning.
W Bigfoot vlog time. Hell yeah, Bigfoot vlog time. So Tim Walz roached out of the re-election. Here we go.
Just ended the career of the top Democrat in active office as his run for VP quickly turned into a shame.
And I want you to realize, this is the same man that was trying to run for vice president, the same man that allowed the Somalian fraudsters to defraud his state. By the way, people have gone to jail for it. They were Somalian, obviously. 89 arrests and convictions have been done in the state of Minnesota so far. And so this man's entire career was overturned by one independent journalist that wasn't playing the big social media game.
Exit in his re-election campaign.
He does not bring this guy up by name, but he says right-wing independent journalist, which is obviously, you know, who else the hell could it be?
Especially satisfying when he previously cheered on the end of Elon.
Got that little stock app? I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So.
Only for Musk's social.
Why is he on a stage doing comedy?
Media site to expose a fraud in his state with over 138 million views, as he now excuses himself from re-election, which Nick Shirley takes a well-deserved victory lap.
I ended Tim Walz, that's right. You know why? Because Tim Walz stepped out on stage and said, right-wing media, independent journalist, or YouTuber, before he walked off stage is the reason why.
It's not every day some citizen journalist ends a nearly 2-decade-long political career, but through the power of freedom.
And you know who is really to thank for this? Elon Musk for buying Twitter. Because if Twitter was still ran by whoever the hell was running it before, it would still be censored.
A speech on social media sites like X, I think this will become the latest trend online. As while quitting, Walz posted these walls of text nobody cares to read, blaming Donald Trump, saying this is the Republicans' game, again calling out right-wing YouTubers, breaking into day.
Wouldn't it just be the kick in the nads if this man ended up getting arrested because of all the fraud that was going through Minnesota?
Cares, claiming of course he'd win the election, but instead will step aside, again blaming the Republicans, and their fraud game.
We've got conspiracy theorist right-wing...
You know what's really crazy is that even if this is fake, they tried to do the same thing to all the Republicans 4 years ago. They literally did the same thing. Like, they were trying to convict Trump on, like, I think it was like 20, like, different versions of what was essentially the exact same thing. He fucked up on his taxes. Who gives a shit? Like, they're out here stealing American money, and you want to compare that to him fucking up on his own taxes? Come on, man.
YouTubers breaking into our daycares, demanding access to our children.
It's amazing how literally none of that happened. Nick went to several daycare centers to find absolutely 0 kids, and you can't demand to see something that didn't exist, despite the hundreds of millions of dollars it paid for it. But somehow Walls wants to skew noticing this as racist. But it doesn't change the fact that the Trump administration is now targeting him. As the same day 2K federal agents arrived in Walls' home state, this weirdo coincidentally drops out, taking 0 questions.
And at that time, I'll take all your questions. Thank you all.
Damn, so 2 federal agents showed up at his house prior to this? Oh, he's fucked, dude. He knows he's fucked. Uh-huh. Did you hear that? Someone said thank you. Someone said thank you, President. Thank the President.
You said you were going to take questions. Why didn't you?
I honestly think everybody in this image is thinking the same thing, as the first to snitch gets the best deal, with Minnesota being the sinking ship with 1, maybe 2 federal lifeboats. And this may be a tinfoil hat theory, but I think the same thing is happening with Maduro, where they miraculously extracted him in the most efficient military...
Do you think, because you notice this happened after they caught Maduro, do you think Tim Walz was in cahoots with Maduro? Do you think Maduro's gonna rat him out? Maybe there's something really big going on in the government that we're not aware of yet.
Operation in modern day history, where he now happily takes photos with the feds and...
You know what's really sad? People defended this guy. You realize that he had people being run over, like protesters. He was telling the military to run them over with vehicles, and there's footage of that circulating on Twitter. There's footage of the military or the militia, or not the militia, the military that is under his control running people over.
In his arrest, which makes me think he cut himself a deal, especially since Trump started posting stuff about fraud, specifically citing what has occurred in Venezuela. And admittedly, I'm grasping at straws, as it's pretty far-fetched to believe something CNN has said back in 2006.
A firm owned by Venezuela could be allowed to take over one of this country's top voting machine firms.
Smartmatic, a private company primarily owned by Venezuelan businessmen. When Chicago had problems with the machines, a dozen Venezuelan employees were there to help with the election. Watchdog groups question why U.S. voting machines would be under the control of citizens of another country, especially a country...
That is a huge conflict of interest right there. Why the heck would you want that? Why on earth would you ever allow that?
Own election process is highly suspect.
Let's just go ahead and let the voting machines that are in America be owned by people in Russia. Do you understand the conflict there? What in the hell was the thought process with that?
Start snitching out Democrats, I'd imagine Minnesota will see the same, as even though Nick Shirley shared over $110 million of potential fraud in a single day, it really seems like this is just the tip of the iceberg of what Tim Walz and the Democrats have allowed for decades.
I don't like that he lumps them in. It's what Tim Walz did, okay? Like, I don't doubt that there are other Democrats, and there's probably Republicans that are doing the exact same thing right now. I'm sorry. I don't think that it has to do with a party. I think it has to do with the individuals it being just genuinely bad actors. That's what I think it is.
Their main claim was Shirley showed up after business hours, despite
I think it sucks for both parties if one bad apple ruins the bunch. I do. Because they're not all bad. Like, there are good people that are in positions of power. I don't know how many of them there are, but that aren't in it for the money.
These places allegedly operate 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. Or when other people try to enroll their kids at the clearing center, they say they're closed.
I'm just trying to enroll my kid. Can I enroll my kid? His name's Abdi. Abdi.
I love that the excuse that everyone was blurring out online was, well, if he had gone in between the hours of operation and then people took it upon themselves to go to the clearing center during hours of operation and they still couldn't enroll their kid, they're cooked. They're cooked. Like, that's just all there is to, they're cooked. There's no... It's like I said, whenever that video went mega super viral, people are going to show up and do their own investigations, and guess what? Doesn't really matter what social media says. When these people show up and do their own investigations, they're going to figure out the truth anyway. It doesn't matter.
That's just when we're open on regular hours and we work on. It's 3:48 on a Tuesday. This is now business.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
And I'm sure they're claiming more right-wingers showing up demanding to see the kids, but again, it doesn't seem like those kids exist. Except in this scary Craigslist posting right near the clearing center, saying we need to hire 20 kids for 3 days. We pay up to $1,500 if you are interested. To which the post has since been deleted. Now normally I would say that posting is so unbelievably stupid it's obviously fake, but after seeing the clearing center, the Jubba Daycare Center teaching the
Jubba Daycare Center, Daycare West,
ACBs posting about,
oh my god, the ACBs. Man, you know you gotta send them to daycare so they can learn their ACBs and their ZXYs, right?
Up there, 1-star award-winning quality that's apparently overlooked by this auditing firm. Also,
Jubba Value Center.
At a Jubba Value Center, I wouldn't put it past them to post jobs asking if there's any kids interest in acting like they go to.
So they're trying to hire kids now. To oh my god.
Daycare center. And if this is all true, I don't know which side is worse. The low-effort fraudsters getting away with potential...
They were never able to fix this sign. They had to take the whole sign down. They had to remove the sign. They put, like, tape over this. They tried to paint over it, but the leering was it's so, like, vibrant that it was still being seen through the white paint.
The billions of American tax dollars, or the political system that allowed low-effort fraudsters to get away with billions of American tax dollars. But who was in charge of catching them? This
Tim
idiot.
Walz.
Where best case, when they got caught, they just rebranded themselves.
Right here. Well, that's the thing. That's what they've been doing. What they do is whenever they get too many violations, they shut down the current daycare and they just pop up a brand new one with a different name under the same owner. That's all they do. And they continue to take money until it gets shut down and the cycle, the process repeats. Like, come on.
It says it's Creative Minds Daycare. Creative Minds Daycare was actually shut down and was reopened the next day underneath the name Super Kids. And just in the past year, in 2025, this daycare alone has received...
I love that he did this too. I love that he showed exactly what they were doing. He showed, like, the entire cycle, the cycle that just keeps rinsing and repeating no matter what happens to the actual, like, original daycare.
$0.45 million.
Man, they'd be raking in money, boy. You know what's crazy? Is that if you actually ran a daycare, it's probably a pretty lucrative business. If you actually ran the daycare, because, like, if they had just ran the daycare, they could probably rake in even more money if they just ran the damn daycare.
Shirley showed the receipts.
Especially with how expensive daycares are right now, you can make it an incredibly, like, competitive space. Like, you open up a daycare in an area where there's, like, dozens of daycares, and you make yours the lowest on the totem pole, like, as price-wise, you could be raking in millions from the government, and you could be raking in the money from the parents that drop their kids off, and you don't even have to do anything. That's what like the employees are there for, and you just pay them minimum wage. Like,
and worst case, they get convicted, but then
they already have the legwork done. All they got to do is open the damn daycare, and they could rake in a lot of money.
Sets them free.
The jury heard evidence that he ran his home health care company, Promise Health,
out of a mailbox at a Central Avenue address where multiple other home health care companies were supposedly located. Yusuf and his wife, Lol Ahmed, were charged with stealing $7.2 million of taxpayer money through Medicaid overbilling. Judge Sarah West last week decided they got it wrong.
It's reversing or overturning.
You got to pull these people out of their little wardrobe and their little hammer with their thing. You got to put these people up against somebody that actually is going to do the law. You got to put these people in jail. You got to get rid of these fucking corrupt judges and put them in jail where they belong. This is crazy.
Jury's verdict.
Like, if a judge lets a murderer go, or somebody that is known for drinking and driving, and they get in, and that person that they let go gets into a car accident while they were under the influence, they need, and someone dies, or for that matter, anything happens, they need to have the charges put onto that judge ×2. Like, if someone was killed while that person was under the influence, they need to go to jail for premeditated murder, because that's what it was. What do you think is going to happen whenever you let somebody go who gets behind the wheel with a suspended license constantly, drunk constantly, and starts driving and gets into accidents? Someone's going to die eventually, so you knew about it. And you can't sit here and tell me you didn't. A freaking 6-year-old would know that if you keep letting somebody get behind the wheel and they're under the influence of drugs or alcohol, they're going to get into a car accident and they're going to kill somebody. It should be premeditated murder. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
Makes me believe Walls will be implicated in these cases. Therefore, that's the real reason he had to drop out for re-election. Not because he has to resume that stellar work he's been doing as governor, but to prepare for the impending criminal trials to come, as it is a scary scenario for the sitting president to prosecute his political rivals.
Who cares? I don't care what race they are. I don't care what gender they are. I don't care what political party they're part of. I don't give a fuck what religion they're a part of. If you sit there and you do fucking crime, go to jail. I don't care anymore. Put these people in prison. Put them where they belong. I'm tired of being the only goddamn person that pays their taxes, that does everything right, and I'm the only one getting fucked over every time I turn around.
Race, but sadly, the Democrats already broke that seal. So the mainstream media is going into overdrive to say Walls is not implicated.
As pressure has been growing around this widening welfare fraud scandal.
Bro's about to get away with it too. He's about to get away with mass amounts of taxpayer wealth.
Waltz has not been accused of any wrongdoing.
He is not implicated in this at all. This is actually somewhat old news in Minnesota.
I wonder if Trump did this, did what, because you know, like with Hillary, you notice that like ever since Hillary lost the election, you haven't heard one peep out of her. Not a single thing, nothing, not even like a. I feel like Trump got some dirt on her and was like, yo, I tell you what, you stay out of this and I'll stay out of you. I'll stay out of like putting your ass in jail. Because like then you get like talk of 2 federal agents showing up at Tim Walz's house and the next day he drops out of the re-election. I wonder if Trump's doing the same thing with him as well. It is like you go on and you do what Hillary did. You know, you just kind of vanish and you stay quiet, and we won't have to do anything to you.
Minnesota Democrats, even about the wisdom of Governor Walz seeking a 3rd term. They believe that this would hang over the entire re-election effort and perhaps even damage the Democratic Party.
And even though this is Washington,
it already damaged the Democratic Party. That's BS and you know it.
Be found connections between Somalian healthcare and Democrat political contributions. As the walls finally collapse in on Walz, I think he's only the first domino to fall, where Minnesota Congresswoman Omar used to post daily from her personal account, but has since stopped ever since Shirley's viral video.
Yeah, you know why? Because she's scared she's about to get deported, that's why.
This will even spread to California's Governor Newsom. Trump is already cutting funds from him.
And we're not going to pay it anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You know why? Because they're giving this man millions of taxpayer dollars to fix his state, and it's burning down every year. We're due for another fire, here in the next 3 months? He's not doing what he's supposed to with those funds. He's just letting the state burn down. Hell, it's so expensive to get homeowners insurance there now. They've been priced out of the area. They can't even get homeowners insurance. And this happened last year. Just imagine what it's going to be like now that all the freaking houses are burned down.
Walls go pay. We're not going to pay them, and we're not going to pay California.
As his post says, he not only caught walls, but believes the governors of California, Illinois, and New York are even worse. And even though Newscomb himself can veto the auditing of his insane homeless spending, social media users...
How is it that a governor is allowed to veto a federal government's, like... They want to investigate the spending in California, but the governor of California can veto that and not allow the federal government to do an investigation? How's that even possible? It's the federal government, man. Like, what do you mean?
Can veto the auditing of his insane homeless spending, social media users like Amy Reichert have already started looking into the potential...
Yeah, you can veto the federal government all you want. It's just going to leave room for somebody else that's going to do exactly what Nick Shirley did, to start doing their own investigation and realize there's a huge problem here.
Daycare centers, where again, no kids exist, just random adults without the criminal background clearance, which sounds awfully familiar to what occurred in Minneapolis.
So they're doing the exact same thing in LA. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Criminal background clearance, which sounds awfully familiar to what occurred in Minneapolis, where, at worst, it's outright fraud. The child care never existed, parents briefly brought by their families for a cut of the federal funds. Best case, the child care centers cut every single corner, from providing the required outdoor play area, the special licensing needed to...
See, I always wondered about that. I was like, every daycare that I actually was brought to whenever I was a kid had an outdoor play area. Why don't any of these places that Nick Shirley went to, like some of these places are in like multi-complex buildings that can't even provide an outdoor area. How are they able to put a daycare in there? What? Like, that makes no sense to me. I remember whenever I went to the daycare, you could always hear kids playing and cheering and like screaming, and they were almost always outside. It's so weird to me.
Right into the evening, or at the very least, criminal background checks for the adults you were leaving alone with your kids. And all Walls needed to do to discover this is have a single on-site visit to discover what Nick Shirley did. But the saddest aspect about this is you didn't even need on the street noticing. Just checking the numbers would discover that allegedly there's almost 1,800 daycares in Minnesota. 2/3 of them seem Somali-owned, getting paid to care for over 111,000 kids.
But there's so much money, bro. If each one of them gets like, for like just an example, $2 million, that number doubles. That's on the low end. Some of these places were getting like $5 million, like $10 million. Dude, like, what? That's so much taxpayer money. That's so much of our money, man.
Only 84,000 individuals.
No
with
way!
81% of them being on welfare. I'm no math Asian, but even if they were all kids, we still can't account for the 90,000 daycare attendees we're paying hundreds of millions of dollars for. And even though this sounds like a conspiracy theory in terms of accuracy,
the unfortunate thing is that it's not a theory. It's actually happening.
We've been on a 5-year streak. So if
Yo, W decoy, W decoy. So we got so that YouTuber that ran, not the YouTuber, a kick streamer that ran over a schizo, like, psycho that was following him around. We got the full story here, thanks to Decoy, W Decoy.
The nuisance content, then petty crimes, to now running over stalkers in your Cybertruck, as the looks-maxer and streamer Clavicle recently went viral after this idiot climbed on his car.
What an absolute dumbass. What an absolute buffoon. What did you think was gonna do? He's throwing himself, like, think about how much damage you could do to somebody's car. Like for example, One New Year's, me and my fiance, we sat on top of her car and we felt the like metal kind of shift inwards a little bit. And it's because the outside layer has kind of like a cushion metal, like aluminum, that's meant to crumple. Just think about, like, since this is a Cybertruck, if the metal, it crumples similar to a normal car, he could, like, really mess up the hood of his car. Just throwing himself on it. Look, watch.
Apparently running him over
Boom.
before colliding
Dumbass.
with this other guy.
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Amen. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be like, oh well, damn, popped his head like a grape.
Seeing this 30-second clip, everybody, including myself.
By the way, in Florida, he got away. Nothing happened to him. He was in Florida. This idiot was being a moron, and he got ran over for it, and nothing happened to him. So
thought this guy was definitely going to prison, possibly forever.
No,
But
it was
like
in
everything
Florida.
else on the internet, out of context clips never tell the truth, as witnesses were on Clav's side.
No, Clav's gonna be fine. He was fine.
He is.
He went in, he got like taken in for questions, and then they let him go. They probably saw the clip of this moron and was like, oh yeah, no, because it's in Florida. Like, you can do this in Florida.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Yeah.
Where he apparently spoke to the police, but was quickly released.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, of course.
I think he's good.
But when this clip quickly went viral on Reddit, the top replies pointed out how his hopefully remark will possibly imprison him.
No, it ain't gonna do nothing to him. You know how, like, even if this guy tried to sue him, it's not gonna do anything. You know why? People get sued all the time, and you know what usually comes of it? Nothing. Especially in Florida where this happened. A judge is gonna look at that and be like, well, he was within his legal rights to run your ass over, and that's what he did. Too bad, so sad. Case dismissed. That's exactly what's gonna happen. That's why the police didn't even bother taking this guy in, because they knew that it was just gonna be thrown out anyway. Because
he previously stated how he wanted to end a stream sniper, and I honestly searched for this clip of him premeditating
and they
it,
couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it.
Yeah, of course.
As that claim would completely change everything.
No, that's what these people do online. All they do is sit there and lie about everything, no matter what. They will find something to lie about. They will lie about it, and then you go to actually fact check them, and you can never find it, ever. Or it's taken out of context. That was a very prominent one with Kirk. It was always taken out of context.
Legally. But what I did find is that tattooed guy had been stalking him for a while.
I got the biggest clip tonight. Clavicular pardon. $2.2 million. I already signed by Kodak Black. I'm marking everyone in Miami. I'm merchant.
Constantly finding his live streams to make a scene going nuts in the background.
We work hard for our people. We work hard for our moms. Don't call. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Do not touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Why are you touching me for?
You see what's crazy is that in Texas, that shit wouldn't have been happening, bro. Like, they don't fuck around in Texas. You notice you don't see a lot of this stuff happening in Texas? Because, like, there's a, like, one in, no, I'd say it's a little bit higher than that. It's like there's a 50-50 shot that if you try to pick a fight with somebody in Texas, they're gonna shoot you. That's why you don't see a lot of this going on in Texas. People don't, especially with the stand your ground laws that we have. If you feel threatened, you could shoot somebody. Now, there's a 50-50 chance it'll get, held up in court, but,
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'll to release. That's all we want. Release.
Even splashing water on him, getting slammed by his security.
Oh, they gonna get him. Man, what are you gonna do? You a little maggot, dude. What are you gonna do?
But where it gets egregious is when he shows up to his property.
Bro, that's gotta stop, man. That's gotta stop.
Get off the... I don't care. Bro, get off the property. No, get the off my property.
Damn,
as
bro.
Clive actually points his piece at him, demanding he leave.
What's up with it? Huh? Let's go. Let's go right now. Go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
And at one point, he flags the back of his friend's head, which is scary in itself. But apparently, this is the guy that keeps stream sniping him, aka one grown man stalking another grown man, proving once again, even dudes can have daddy issues. But all jokes aside, discovering the full story has me completely supporting this Clavicle character. Not because
I've never heard of Clavicle until this. And whenever I saw that he ran over the stream sniper and said what he said, I was like, okay, cool. I like this guy.
About his streams, but the legal precedents that his arrest would set. Just remember that not Somalian live streamer constantly bothering the Japanese. They had the opportunity to lock him up forever, but once they set him free, they opened the floodgates of clout-chasing idiots flying in to do the same. Now this isn't a one-to-one comparison, but it'll have the same exact effect. If the legal system decides to side with idiots online, it'll only incentivize other.
Japan's cooked anyway. Japan's cooked because of all the touts they have that are harassing people that are there for like vacation. They're like drugging people and knocking them out and then like taking all their money and stuff. Like, nah, dude, Japan's cooked. That's why they let Somali go, is because they're cooked already.
Idiots to
They
rush
probably
in
thought that Somali was a tout, honestly.
and emulate that behavior. So the legal precedence I want to set isn't let live streamers run people over, it's if you stalk anybody for this amount of time, the stalker has created this dangerous situation, therefore the stalker should be responsible for the injuries. Now even if Clav isn't arrested, he's still banned on his streaming platform. Now, other internet personalities are memeing about this, to which Clav is reposting, with Asmongold replying, when a crazy stalker finds and jumps on your car.
W. Asmongold.
This should not be murder. Merry Christmas. Again.
That's right, you should be able to put that, like, think about if that was a woman, and this dude was doing all that too. He and she, either one, even Clavicle, should have the, should be able to pop that bitch in reverse and run him over. If you hit him once, you should be able to pop that bitch in reverse and finish the job. That's what they do in some Asian countries. You know that if you hit somebody in a foreign country like that, you have to pay for all their bills and their family. So usually whenever somebody gets hit with a car, you typically see that it's more lethal because they have a tendency to back up over them. So that way they don't have to deal with that. They'd rather sit in jail than have to do that.
Addressing it on stream.
Because if they live, they could lose everything.
Yeah. I don't care about the law. I don't care about like, oh, well, you're not supposed to do that, or I don't.
Well, you're not supposed to sit there and harass somebody and follow them around to their house, but he's doing that. So at what point do you look at the law and say, well, it doesn't really matter because this guy's going to do what he wants and we're not going to put him in jail. So it was only a matter of time that he either gets shot by a Clavicle or he gets run over. It was a matter of time.
About whatever your religious book says. I'm talking about what I think. And that's what I think.
Hey, who knows? Maybe this was a serious life lesson for the little shit. Maybe this is the thing that's going to make him turn his life around. Maybe he needed that slap in the face. Some people need that.
You should be able to run that over. Only voice. I know my voice is up today, isn't it? It's real bad. And it's self-defense, exactly.
With Aiden Ross showing similar support.
Just a real quick update.
Yeah, who wouldn't support this? Guy had what was coming to him.
Kick, you guys should unban him. I mean, he didn't go to jail. He didn't get charged for anything.
Yeah, it wasn't even breaking the law. In Florida, in the state of Florida, if somebody's doing that and you are in your vehicle, you have the legal right to run them over. No different than if somebody is trying to shoot at you and you pull a gun and shoot them. Literally.
Kick should 100% unban him. If I had still a say with Kick, I would have 1 million gazillion %. You know what I mean? Get him unbanned like this.
But other live streamers.
Oh my god, of course it's Hassan. Who else could it be? Who else could it possibly be other than Hassan Pike or Hassan Abi? Who else could it be? Bro, put your dog back in his spot. She's been missing for like 20 or 30 streams now. What happened to her?
Seeming jealous over his attention.
A known drug addict that hurls racial slurs and stated that he wanted to kill an entire group of people, ran someone over, then said hopefully he is dead. The guy's not even going to get a charge. He will continue telling kids how doing drugs helps him and makes society worse while they cheer him on because he's attractive and white.
Okay, so check this out. I have ADHD. I have ADD, depression, tics, and impulses. And I've been fed amphetamines my entire life So here's the kicker to that. So you mean to tell me that a doctor saying that you can feed your child an amphetamine, which is me, for the majority of their childhood, and then not be able to afford it when they turn 18, and go through withdrawals by themselves in their fucking apartment, and have to live for 5 years without it before they finally get back on it, is okay, but a streamer can't go on a stream and just joke around about some fucking pills, huh? I love this logic. I love it. You realize that if I had never gotten on my amphetamines, on my ADHD medication, I would probably be able to handle my ADHD way better than I can off of it? Because I'd have grown up knowing what I can and can't do, not with the mentality of I'm better on the medicine. But a doctor told me that, so I guess we just got to discredit everybody nowadays, huh?
I mean, I don't even think he's...
if it helps him, then who are we to judge? He's not doing it illegally.
But, you know.
Now, obviously, there's a lot to dislike about any internet personality, and I don't care enough to really research Clavicle to give you my informed decision on his overall character, but it's insane to me that Hassan, of all people, will see this situation and somehow manage to make it about his attractiveness. Everybody knows the increasing issues surrounding live streamers and crazy stalkers. Hassan was just crying over getting tricked by a stream sniper into taking a picture with a dog-shocking meme. And now he knows about a guy flashing weapons online and stalking a streamer so frequently he actually got run over. But somehow this became about he's not that good looking. I'm no fan of Hassan.
It's because he's audience captured. He's so screwed it's not even funny.
But if he was in this same exact situation, I would be saying the same exact thing because I wouldn't want this to happen to me. It's just sad to see how quickly internet culture is deteriorating, as that Clav guy has somewhat of a large following, but his YouTube looks-maxing content doesn't seem to get that much attention, as it's all just a click funnel for his other pages where he sells a class at $50 a month that has almost 1,500 members. I'm not a math Asian, but that looks like he's making more than most Americans' annual salary every single month, totaling over $250,000 in a year if he keeps it up. And this is all before he went mega viral for running over that guy, as sadly, forming controversy for clicks has become increasingly more common. That Jack kid would get beat up by strangers just to frame some hot chick screaming in the background, or to generate traffic towards her paid for spicy content. And as sad as this sounds, I wouldn't be surprised if this viral video click funnels towards Clavicle's class, resulting in another zero added to his bank account. Now, I'm not saying...
it most definitely will. It most definitely will. Because there are going to be people from all these other, like, streamers, Asmongold's fan base. People are going to, like, they're going to see this and be like, oh yeah, no, based.
Would sign up for Clav's clan, but there would be signs if I did. So if you appreciate my concise...
Yo, W Decoy, bro's been on a roll this past couple weeks. The age of innovation is upon us. This is a dawn of a new era, simply because this robot is about to put out of work a lot of people.
Atlas now works autonomously on Hyundai's factory in Georgia.
Getting ready for work.
Whoa.
Meet...
That's like out of Bloodborne or some shit.
Atlas, a 5'9", 200-pound AI-powered humanoid created by Boston Dynamics. Atlas just pivots on his core.
Damn.
He can move in ways that we can only dream
I can't do that.
So why did you design it that way?
There's a couple advantages of being able to continuously rotate joints. So one is that the robot's not really limited in its range of motion.
Atlas was a bulky hydraulic robot that could run and jump.
He's like a droid from fucking Star Wars.
Back then, Atlas relied on algorithms.
That's crazy how that's how it used to be. And like what it looks like now.
Engineers.
Now they're using PlayStation.
Again this past fall, we saw a new generation Atlas.
Look at that.
With a sleek, all-electric body
Damn.
and an AI brain powered by NVIDIA's advanced microchips. making Atlas smart enough to pull off hard-to-believe feats.
That's crazy. Look at that. That's insane. Compared to that big clunky thing that it was before to this.
To pull off hard-to-believe
That's
feats
crazy, dude.
Autonomously. We saw Atlas...
This is going to be a factory worker. This is the future of factory workers right here. These are probably going to be people that are going to be standing out. Like, give it another like 10 or 15 years, these people are going to replace, these things are going to replace cashiers.
Skip.
100%.
And run with ease.
What the fuck?
He can do the Macarena. He could do cartwheels.
Look at that, dude. What?
He told us robots today have learned to master moves that until recently were considered a step too far for a machine.
A lot of this...
Bro, tell me why that machine reminds me of iRobot. I never thought... I was always like, oh man, these machines are, whatever. This is the reason why I think AI is going to catch on a lot quicker than a lot of people want to admit. There are people at the top that are making billions of dollars that are making these products and these machines. It is inevitable. Whether you like it or not, this is going to replace the workforce. We need to stop trying to prevent this and start working on a UBI, Universal Basic Income, for ourselves. That's what we need to be focusing on. This is going to happen because the rich people in the world are going to make this happen, whether you like it or not. You know why? Because they're no longer going to need your ass to make products. They'll have the robots and all the money in the world to make sure that the robots are there.
Has to do with how we're going about programming.
The movement's crazy, I know.
More about teaching and demonstrations and machine learning than manual programming.
So this humanoid, this mechanical human, can actually learn.
Yes, and we found that that's actually one of the most effective way to program robots like that.
Give it a gun. We're going to have robot police officers soon.
So why does he only have 3 fingers?
Robot hands are an extremely complex engineering problem. And so when we design hands for Atlas, they don't look exactly like human hands.
There's a kid in my school that had a hand like that.
Capabilities.
We call him
You can
ET.
see that they can switch between different modes. They can act as if they were a hand.
I'm being
with
serious,
These
by the
3
way.
digits, or this digit can swing around and act more like a thumb.
Oh, this is it throwing the stuff in the box. These are our new slaves. Here's what we do, right? We take people and then we turn people into batteries.
You see, what we should do is when we put people in prison, we need to put them in like a conga line. So that way they can get into like a, kind of like a production line and start mass producing these. So that way every American home can have one. They should overproduce these and make them affordable.
And then the batteries power the robots. Humans as batteries suck, man. Can't we put them on like a treadmill or something, like a human hamster wheel? The guy is slow. This guy's slow. Okay, well here's the difference.
But here's the thing with that. It doesn't matter if he's slow. You know why it doesn't matter if he's slow? Because he's never going to need health insurance. He's going to work 24/7. He's going to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even nights. He's not going to know what Christmas is. He's not going to know what Thanksgiving is. He's going to work until it just straight up dies. And then you know what happens? They fix it and then it goes right back to work. It's not going to matter how slow it is. It's like an automatic clicker on a game. Whenever you leave for the night and you just let your computer, your console run, and it just does like automation for you, and you come back and you just got so much. Like, no.
He doesn't take breaks. He works all day.
Yeah, he doesn't take breaks.
Know what a union is, and he doesn't even know what Christmas is. He'll just do the same thing every fucking day forever. People underestimate the difference between a person doing something versus a robot doing it just indefinitely. You know this if you've ever done botting in a video game, by the way. Like, you'll farm something like with like an auto clicker or a bot, and you'll come in the next day and you will have like an unfathomable level of resources. I don't think people understand how much of a huge advantage it is to just infinitely do the exact same task infinitely many times. So yeah, and also it's probably going to get faster too.
Yep. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely 100% right. It's only going to get better.
experts agree, all Venezuelan experts agree, that it would be absurd and preposterous for us to suddenly fly her into the country and to put her in charge.
Oh, they're talking about Ilhan Omar.
The security forces would follow her.
Yeah.
This is not a serious. It's not even a serious question.
So should there be an
Look,
election?
Let me. If you give me the floor for 30 seconds, let me tell you what we are doing here, Jake. The United States. This is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere. We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower. It is absurd that we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, but not to us, to hoard weapons from our adversaries, to be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States, rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries shouldn't be able to do what they want to do?
No. Nope. Not if it's causing us problems.
The Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine.
Well, you know what's kind of funny is they used to call us the American bullies. They used to call us that after World War, I think it was either World War II or World War I. I'm not sure which one. They called us the bullies. Well, maybe we should just start acting like bullies and show them what it looks like. No, I'm kidding. Don't, no. I'm actually kidding when I say that. Here's the thing with the Venezuelan president Maduro, well, ex. He was a tyrant. He was killing his citizens. He was killing political opponents. He was taking in weapons from China and Russia. He was giving them oil and resources, even after we had cut them off. He was sending drugs and fentanyl to our borders. As far as I'm concerned, every Venezuelan, there are currently Venezuelan counter-protesters down in New York that are protesting the anti-Maduro protests, meaning that there are Venezuelan people that are asking the protesters in New York why the hell they're protesting if they're not even Venezuelan. Every Venezuelan is crying in the streets, thanking the American government. If you want to call us bullies for helping out another race and it helps us tactically, it gets us more oil. The citizens of Venezuela wanted it to happen, and it takes out a tyrant. It's one less tyrant for enemies on the other side of the globe to use to counter us. I don't see any real negatives to this. And we got rid of a fentanyl trade. Like let's be honest here.
That's the
Call us a bully for thinking about America first. We don't care. But I don't think Venezuela calls us bullies now, do they?
Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine. The Trump Doctrine says they're not able to do what they want. I made up a rule that says that I can do whatever I want.
Remember that oil that's in Venezuela was promised to us 3,000 years ago.
It's all about securing the national interests of America. For years, we sent our soldiers.
And now Trump's talking about sending in oil companies to shear up those old, outdated rigs they have in there and really suck the oil out of the ground like that. What do you think that's going to do to the price on gas, bro? It's about to plummet.
Soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East to try to build them parliaments, to try to build them democracies.
That's going to build jobs for Venezuelans over there. That's going to help out their economy. Like, dude.
Try to give them more oil, try to give them more resources. The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America being able to assert ourselves and our interests without apology. This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and
the way they did it, too, they didn't hurt a single civilian. If we're going to do something like this, it should be done like that every time. I don't want to see innocent people get hurt. And you know what? The way they did it, hats off. Hands down, hats off. I don't care. I don't care. They took out a dictator, a disgustingly bad dictator, and no innocent people were hurt. I ain't got nothing to say to it.
I love this guy because this guy is as mad about it as I am. Because the same thing, I felt the same way. Yeah, exactly.
I
don't even know honestly what you're talking about right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know what he's talking about because you're too goddamn clueless. Give it a few more years. Hopefully you'll grow up and understand what's going on.
You do.
What I'm talking about, Jake, is the idea. And by the way, you do. I know you love.
You know he does. He's gonna act like he doesn't because he's getting called out on his own TV show. That's why.
And I was hoping
this is the reason why CNN had to get a partnership with a gambling service. By the way, their credibility's cucked.
Attacking the media. I love it.
This is the reason why they tried to discredit Nick Shirley. All these media places, they tried to discredit Nick Shirley.
More of this.
Better than that this time.
I asked you about if there should be an election.
Exactly.
I asked you if there would be an election in Venezuela. That's what I asked.
Who the fuck knows? It's been 2 days.
Who cares what's going on in Venezuela, bro? The thing is that people are freaking cheering right now. They're happy. Who cares what's going on with the Venezuelan government? Who cares if we put somebody from the American government? Who gives a shit? As long as the people that are there are happy, who gives a shit? Seriously.
Why was the president so quick to dismiss Machado? You answered that question. And then I said...
The objective, Jake, is security and stability for the people of Venezuela. With our help and leadership, that country will become more prosperous than it has ever been in its whole history. Venezuela,
and it's supposedly a dictatorship. I mean, I'm so sorry. It's supposedly a democracy. Well, last time I checked, Maduro was a dictator.
The woman running Venezuela right now is part of the Maduro regime.
Well, there will be conversations, Jake, about all of these guideposts along the way. The reason why I was giving you that speech, which I know you didn't want to hear, is because you're approaching this from the wrong frame. This neoliberal
He does that a lot. That's why I don't really click on CNN all that much. They always look at it from like a bad frame just to make bring negativity out of it. I don't like that. Sometimes you got to look at something and be like, oh, that's pretty positive. Okay.
That the United States' job is to go.
I feel very good because I remember he said something and I said that he was approaching something from the wrong frame. And now he's saying that this guy's approaching it from the wrong frame on CNN. It's spreading. I don't think it's because of me or anything, but it's good to see more people not even accepting. And this is a very important thing to do. You do not even accept the frame in which the argument exists in. Because if you do that, the argument is set up for you to lose. Never even do that.
Around the world and
I think the real problem here is let me give you an analogy that works more. They're in the frame. The people that are making the big chess moves that are going to win the match, they're thinking outside the frame. They're looking at the frame as if they're standing in a museum. You know? They're looking at the whole thing. They're looking at the wall behind it too. And these people want to live in the frame so that way they can keep people in the frame. And people are becoming more wiser to this and realizing that there's more than just living in the frame.
Immediate elections to be held everywhere, immediately, all the time, right away. To create these vacuums.
That's not what I think, but you invaded the country. Went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
And I'm...
Yo, he just owns it. He's like, yeah, we damn straight.
What? Oh my God. Is that you? It's as close as I'm gonna get. Okay. Man.
He said that with his whole chest and with a smile too.
For a while.
Not what I think, but you invaded the country. Went into the
He's trying not to laugh too. He's trying so hard not to laugh. Dude, anyone with a brain can see, like, it's obvious that everyone wanted this, but they're not, like, people that are working on CNN have to put up a face and they're not allowed to say that. You know they're not allowed to say that. They can think whatever they want, but at the end of the day, they know damn good and well this was going to happen. The president, that Maduro had a bounty on his head. Come on.
of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
And I'm saying,
Because
so is the
point,
U.S.
Jake,
going to have
the
new
point,
elections?
Jake, is that we're not going to let Tim Pot communist dictators send rapists into our country, send drugs into our country, send guns into our country.
Okay.
And we're not going to let a country fall into the hands of our adversaries. The
Oh
future
my
of Venezuela
God.
working with America is going to be so bright and so incredible and so positive, and we'll have a conversation on everything that you raised. But the priority right now, as the president has made clear, is a judicious, thoughtful, careful transition process to secure a great future for Venezuela
straight we did.
and to secure a great future for America.
Wow.
All right.
So let's just take a moment and just acknowledge, Jake, that what we've witnessed under President Trump's leadership this last week is one of the greatest foreign policy and military victories this country has ever had.
I mean, they just went in there and they got his ass, man. Oh my God.
Should be the nation that has Greenland as part of our overall security apparatus.
Right, so we're just going to go get it.
If I'm not mistaken, Trump did threaten Cuba. He threatened Cuba in, let's see. What is this? Where is... Maybe I didn't pull it up. That's okay. We'll maybe cover that tomorrow. Okay, so this gets fun.
See this too. So there's a website. Pokemon finds out her dating requirements.
Yeah, I don't really care about this. I don't care about this. I know what this is. Let's see. So we got... So this lady, like, kind of threatened... Yeah, this lady threatened Elon Musk. It's over the Somalian stuff that's been going on in Minnesota.
Elon is about to die is exposed as a pre-med student in Missouri. Why am I not surprised? Oh my God, here we go.
People say like this is fake. I'm like, actually, well, let's look at.
So she's trying to talk about threatening Elon.
I wouldn't worry too much about this one. I wouldn't worry too much about him. He about to die.
He about to die. So she go and say he's about to die. So now she's acting like a victim.
If you told me a week ago that my name and Elon Musk's name are being voiced in the same breath, I wouldn't believe you. I was badly misinterpreted and misheard on
You think you're
What the fuck? What? Yo, do you see the, like, attitude shift?
It's interpreted.
I wouldn't worry too much about him. He about to die.
You're misheard. You're going to insult the intelligence.
You even said it in English. You said it in plain English.
My words and what they are being translated to has been
Translated to? You said it in English.
greatly out of context.
You retard. It's not the words that you were going and saying in Somalian. It was the ones that you said in English.
I want to make myself clear. I never intended or even...
Yeah, and even looking at the camera. She's looking at something on a wall. She's probably reading a script or something.
Elon Musk. The clip going viral was taken from a longer live segment and edited in a way that removes the heart of what I was trying to say. During that stream, someone asked me about my thoughts on Elon Musk in relation to his health after viral photos of him in swim shorts surfaced.
This is the kind of excuse I would expect out of like a second grader.
No, I think you're doing them some. That's not that. You're not doing them any justice, man. Don't put the second graders' names down because of this. Like this is like a toddler, man. I think a toddler could do a better speech.
How do you even think that this is real?
Like
My
a 1-year-old.
was to never mock, insult, or be cruel in any way. As a person gets older, health becomes more important. And
This is so pathetic. It's sad.
It is something we should all be taking seriously and treat with care. My message was meant to encourage kindness towards our bodies and towards one another if we want to
Kindness? What are you talking about kindness? We just watched the video.
live a long, luxurious life. Instead, that message was twisted, stripped of its context, and turned into something it was never meant to be.
You know, usually whenever someone says that a clip is taken out of context, usually you post the entire clip. You know.
I want y'all to take this video, look at the people that tried to defend this. Those are the people that you're never going to reach them. You're never going to convince them. They are cultists.
You know what's even crazier? This is obviously an immigrant that came from Somalia. She is commenting on our politics. She is trying to be a pre-med student in our country. Think about the bad ramifications of that. I remember Asman talking about how he went whenever his dad was dying and nobody spoke English, and he even said the doctor barely spoke English in a hospital that is in the United States of America. How is it that it is harder? It's already hard to get healthcare. How is it amplified by the fact that none of these nurses in there can speak fucking English? It's already hard enough as it is. Like, the healthcare system's completely alienated most people. People would rather die than end up going to a hospital and paying their medical bills. And now it's amplified even more by the fact that if you go there, you might not even have anyone that can speak English. How's that even fucking possible? And then you have people coming from a different culture. That's a shithole culture, by the way, because there's blood feuds going on where people kill each other day to day, coming into our country that have no moral idea what it is to take care of somebody regardless of what you think or feel about them. So let's say that this person became a nurse and she didn't like Elon Musk, and he got sick and he went to the hospital and she didn't like him, so he ended up dying. Do you understand the ramifications, the long-term effects this has on our culture? The just straight up bad shit? Like how bad this can really be? They don't have the same morals we do. They were raised in a completely different atmosphere and culture. You can't expect someone to think and feel like you do whenever they weren't even raised in the same culture that you were raised in. It's not possible.
It's at an all-time high right now.
And do you know why? It's because of people like you.
Let's say they were from Europe. You could expect them to have the same mentality that an American person does. But you can't expect somebody coming from like an African country where they are actively killing each other on the streets, to have the same mentality as somebody that was raised going to public school in frickin' Missouri. You can't. It's completely different lives. It's different worlds altogether.
I don't remember when I signed up to be an scapegoat, but okay. This tweet has caused me...
You've got to go home. I'm sorry. You've got to go home. Please. I'm so tired of this shit. What are we doing?
My intentions were to never make Elon Musk uncomfortable or feel unsafe, and I truly am in fear for my future. What a beautiful way to start off the year.
And this is the way she talking at the end, right?
Bro, I wouldn't worry too much about this one.
Here.
I wouldn't worry too much about him. He about to die.
You had a S-tier Western first world life handed to you on a silver platter. You are in a...
There aren't even Americans that get that. Bro, whenever I got into my first fire station, I had to fight tooth and nail to get that job. Like, I was working out all fucking day most of the time. I had no time for streaming, making videos, gaming. I had no time for nothing. I was working out constantly. And this bitch just rolls up in here, gets college education paid for, gets a place to stay, gets food stamp benefits, gets a paycheck every fucking month. And I had to take on debt just to go to college. And she just had all this shit handed to her. And you want to call me racist? Sure, whatever. I don't care. Get these fuckers out of here. Get these people out of here. Get them out.
America. You are being funded in order to go to school, going to college. You are enjoying privileges your ancestors did not earn. You had no part in building. And the only thing that you really had to do was keep your fucking mouth shut, but you weren't even able to do that.
And that's the thing. If you can't expect this person, after everything that America has done for her, to keep her mouth shut, how can you expect this person to do their job when there's an American or another person's life on the line and you're expected to treat every person unbiasedly? You can't. Because they're not raised in the same culture. They literally can't assimilate. They don't have the same mindset. How's it going, Cross Current? We should be able to react to your videos starting tomorrow, because I'm finally getting through all the clutter and getting caught up with the older videos and the newer videos. So tomorrow we should be good to do your videos. So try to show up tomorrow, man. We're definitely going to be doing your videos. Yep. We're finally getting caught up. I missed 4 days, so whole lot of shit's happened.
That he's watching your stream all the time. Is this true?
For like the last year, I barely talked about Asmongold.
Bro, he did so many videos of just Asmongold constantly. What? You pulled him up on the streamer awards, bro.
What?
Asmongold.
Anyone else tired of the daily Asmongold segments? And this is from 1 hour ago, and it has 400 updates in an hour. This is a legitimate criticism. I just want to gauge others' opinion. Watching
this is just on Hassan's Reddit. This is just a random person that was just like, I'm going to make a post about this.
Clips is now happening multiple times a day. I'm a 60-month sub, and I watch all of Hassan's content, but this is the kind of thing that gets me to click away. Moderation is fine, but 1 to 2 hours per day focusing on that moron is genuinely tiring. Jesus, I understand it from a perspective of raising awareness. The problem is...
It's funny how he even says that on stream. Of like, well, I'm not even really... But you got all these other people that see the difference. Like, they know what they're talking about.
The ADHD of it all. We'll be watching an informative video for 1 minute, then he yells at a chatter for 10 minutes, and then it's an Asmon or Ethan clip, a 50-minute rant about that, and then it's another...
And you know what's even better about this? Is I guarantee you the person that does that, it knows they're going to get banned, so they just make a new account and they do it again the next day. They just do it because they want to get an uprise out of him so that way he switches over to Asmongold. I guarantee you that's what's going on. That's why they do that.
30-minute rant about that again? What the fuck? We need to stop legitimizing him. He wants the...
I'm sure it'll be good. Your videos are usually pretty good, so... I haven't watched one yet that was bad.
Attention, and we need to stop giving it to him. I'm tired of seeing his takes on stream. I've just realized I'm no longer jiving with the vibe of the streams in general. I don't give two shits what Asmongold thinks. So wait a minute. The time that he went, oh my god, his channel, he went up whenever he went into my... Oh, man, and then it went down after he went... Yeah, that's why he's talking about me. That's why he's thinking about me.
That's why he's talking about Asmon, man. He getting them views, boy. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Asmon gets views, man.
Bro, yeah?
Maybe his audience is too stupid.
Where's the dog? It's gone. Where'd it go?
I'm happy I'm not the only one talking about it, dude. Like, his dog hasn't been there in so long. Every clip I see now, because I don't watch his stream, you never see the dog. Ever. The dog is just gone.
Nobody knows.
I'm fairly certain that at some point we're gonna start seeing clips of like the dog bed just being gone. I'm waiting for that day.
Why are we talking about Asmongold? There's more to the world in political commentary than him.
There's actually not. It's all about me.
Every now and then I will briefly bring this up.
Every now and then. Right.
Considering that he is, you know,
let me hear it.
Considering that he is, you know, the largest political content creator.
Oh, there it is.
Platform with once again now 78,000 people watching.
Back to the numbers game. Yeah, he cares about this a lot.
Also, I think people can see me.
I remember whenever they hit the bots on Twitch. They like hit the bots like the view botters on Twitch, and Hassan was so happy to see Asmon's like view count go down, but then it just went right back up.
They can see you.
They can see me. They can see that I'm not, objectively, I'm not crashing out.
And what's really sad is that Hassan, he knows that his view count on Twitch just isn't going to go up. And the reason for that is because there's just nobody, like, Twitch is losing more people than it's gaining on its platform. That means that more people are choosing not to use Twitch as a platform, and they're just not going to it. That's the problem. So it's only ever going to be a negative growth. It will have no growth.
You caught me! Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. A bunch of chatter saying that I'm actually blinded by white supremacist values! How can I be okay? I hate all of you!
It's so sad. And plus 54K. Of course. As always.
It is. It's like Superman and Lex Luthor. It's totally like Superman and Lex Luthor.
As always, of course. Hey, listen. Good for me, huh? How about that?
How can I be okay? I hate all of you! I hate the wall! I hate the left! I hate the wall!
So these are the Venezuelans that are mad about Maduro being captured. I didn't think there were any, but, you know, they've got schizos in every culture, I guess. They used to call them banshees in the olden days, but I guess they're just called whatever now.
To my English-speaking friends, because I'm already seeing people are
How much you want to make a bet she never grew up in Venezuela, so she has no idea what it's like? I would probably bet money on it that she's never set foot in Venezuela once.
organizing protests, hands off Venezuela, let's defend Maduro, we love dictators. Do not for a moment let your hatred and disdain for Donald Trump, an unsavory character, have
he's
you
an asshole.
defending the dictator of my country. That
Oh, damn, so she's speaking for Trump. Damn, okay. Like I said, like, you don't have to like Trump, but what he's doing isn't bad. It's actually kind of good. Like, you don't have to like Trump as a person, but what he's doing for the country, it seems like it's for the better. I haven't seen it, but it seems like it is.
was destroyed. We Venezuelans are very, very happy. It's the first time we're seeing justice in 26 years.
Let me tell you, I am Trump's #1 hater. Everyone's happy about this. So can you please just educate yourself and stop spreading this bullshit narrative?
Why do you think they're in America? It's because they had to flee their own goddamn country. They had to flee from a dictator. So of course they're happy it's over.
Oh my God, they must be so scared. No, we're not scared. We've been waiting for this shit for 25 years.
They have no problem sacrificing.
Look, this is the guy that was in Venezuela. This guy went viral. He was in Venezuela whenever everything got bombed and he knew what was going on. He was so happy. Because I think he knew that whatever was hit was like, was a military base. So he just started running and screaming and like crying, dude. He was just so happy.
Venezuelans for their own value system. Destiny thinks he knows more than the Venezuelan people on Maduro's capture.
Regardless of what you guys
Bro,
think
there
about-
is nothing better than seeing a bunch of white, rich, American retards standing in protest in New York against the capture of Venezuelan ex-dictator Maduro. And then you see all these videos and pictures and viral clips of Venezuelan people partying in the streets. You see American Venezuelans saying, "This is amazing, thank you so much." You see American flags and Venezuelan flags being flown in the same damn clips. You see American shirts in Venezuela. But somehow the rich, white, retard Americans know better than the Venezuelans that have been held captive under a tyrant for decades. Get the fuck out of here.
Kidnapping or whatever, which you should think it's horrible. Don't argue with fucking Venezuelans about this, because Venezuelans fucking hate Maduro. They're happy to see him go, and
I wonder why. Holy God. So what? Well, I tell you what, buddy. We can let Maduro go, and we can send people like you over to Venezuela, and for every one person of an American that we send over there that somehow is against this, we can bring 3 Venezuelans here. How about that? How about that?
none of them are going to be.
You can take your ass out there in the streets whenever you get tired of not being able to afford basic fucking food and necessities, and you can get your ass run over by the fucking the cartels that are there. How about that?
Trump for these actions.
Wait, so the common leftist American knows more than the people about their own shit? I don't get it.
Right?
I mean, just because
Yo, even XQC gets it.
they're out there celebrating doesn't mean it
He's
was
not
good.
even American. He's Canadian.
What would be a solution? Employed for the last whatever amount of years.
27.
They were in power and they shouldn't have been. What would be
27 years that dude was in power? Holy shit.
the solution?
There's no solution. They're just trying to complain.
Let
That's
them
it.
be. Oh, God.
Let them be?
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, it's just so stupid.
And a lot of those Venezuelans, some of them are going to be in the chat today, are going to fucking talk like this is a fantastic moment and Trump is a great
Oh, because you know so much about other countries' politics. Since you know so fucking much, why don't you go live there? Oh, you're not living there. You're living in America. I wonder why. It's a mystery, really.
You're a rapist. I need you to understand this. If you are a fucking Venezuelan expat, if you are a Venezuelan refugee living in the United States of America, understand something. He is saying you're a rapist, drug dealer.
Who said that? You know, it's funny that he said that. Let's take apart what Hassan Piker just said. He said that he's calling every Venezuelan a drug trafficker rapist. If that's the case, you saw what Trump did for weeks with those drug trafficker boats. He blew them the fuck up and killed them. So, based on that, why did Trump go the extra mile to capture Maduro without sacrificing a single civilian life? You just voided your own argument just for saying that. And you know what's crazy? He made tweets about, got another one, got another boat dead, rest in piss. Yet he went out of his way to make sure not a single Venezuelan citizen was hurt during those bombings and the capture of Maduro. You're a fucking idiot. And that's the reason why you're in fucking decline.
Sent to fucking see God. It doesn't matter whether you like Maduro or whether you hate the Chavistas or whatever the fuck, okay? You're like a cum rag. That's it.
Jesus. Oh, man. That's really something.
Asman may not say it because he's not confrontational, but I sure as hell will. You'd have to be a blind dumbass not to see the reason why Hassan's plummeting in viewership.
I'll tell you that. Oh, here we go again. Venezuela, we are sorry. We don't want this either. Sincerely, all sane Americans. Dear brainwashed American.
Yo, the comment to that.
Venezuelans wanted this badly. Thank you to the United States and thank you to the Trump administration. Go apologize to your psychiatrist for skipping treatment. Sincerely, all sane Venezuelans. I showed a No War with Venezuela protester how Venezuelans are celebrating in the street.
I'm organized with the
these are the morons that are down in New York protesting the capture of Maduro. Look at them all. Look at all. Here's what's crazy about this. So tell me how they captured Maduro at 1 a.m. They got back at 3 a.m. And at 7 a.m., they had signs already in New York. Like, look at these signs. These signs are like these sticks even. How the hell do you even get this stuff ready whenever every place is closed? In the morning, like at 3 a.m. in the morning, they were out there at 7 the next morning protesting this with these signs. Look at these signs.
We're out here to say hands off Venezuela.
What do you think about the people of Venezuela celebrating on the streets?
What?
What do you think about the people of...
What? And you want to tell me these aren't paid protesters? Come on, bro.
Saw images of Venezuelans being bombed after the U.S., bombed Caracas. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, but yeah, I think you should.
No, he bombed military installations because they were fucking military installations. Duh.
The bombings that you're talking about, I didn't see any.
I don't know. I just saw it on Reddit. It was on the front page of.
Oh man, bro went to Reddit for his information. It's where he fucked up.
Hundreds of thousands of people that are in the streets celebrating.
I have yet to see it. Can you show me that?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I stand with the people of Venezuela against U.S. imperialism.
If you stand with the people of Venezuela, People in Venezuela are happy that Maduro is captured.
The U.S. has no right to bomb the people of Venezuela. The U.S. has no right to kidnap another.
Bro, there are people like. Have you seen the? We're gonna pull up some videos of people celebrating.
Programming.
Correspondent there who can ask. I'm here demonstrating against. I'm here demonstrating against U.S. imperialism and the U.S. intervention.
Is this AI though? These images of everybody
I don't know.
celebrating?
You're the one showing me the video, so let me know. You're showing me the source.
I don't know. I don't think it's AI.
Real-time cognitive dissonance. I know.
I'm here protesting U.S. intervention.
I'm here. Just say it again. Say it again.
I understand that.
U.S.
Say the thing.
imperialism and U.S. capitalism.
Leftists, after a week of defending fraud, and now they've got to defend a dictator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired, boss.
I've never seen this film. I want to see this film. Let me see something. Hold on. Venezuela celebration. Look at this. Look at all these people.
Venezuela. ¿Listo? Por fin, 26 años.
Look at them all, dude. Look.
Felicidad. Personaje.
Look at them all. Look at them all, bro. Look at them. Got music playing, bro. Look at them all. Look at all these people. I guess these people just don't know what they're talking about, right? Look at the crowd. Look, there's so many people that are happy. They can't even pull this many people out to protest in America. Look at the freaking streets, man. And look, it's always the same flag. It's their own flag. And you might see some speckles of American flags in here. Look, and they even get out of the way of the cars. Look at that. Look, if you even want to use, look, check this out. Check this out. If you're protesting and you want to get in the road, okay, great. But if you move out of the fucking way, just move out of the fucking way when they're trying to go through. Look at all these people. Man, they banging with that music though. Like this isn't even, what's crazy is like whenever there are protests in America, people are so scared to roll down their windows. People are filming what's going on. Like look at all the happy people. They're all like happy.
Vamos, vamos.
venezolano, reuniéndonos unos venezolanos que por su cuenta quisieron venir y otros que ya estamos. ¿Me escuchas?
But somehow it's bad, right? Bro, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get these people that live in America, dude. They're so fucking stupid. They're just so goddamn brain dead, dude. I can't with it.
Rivera, who...
You want to watch this one or this one? That, like, right, dude? Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. The music that they had going, bro. Like, I could jam to that. That's good stuff. Like, but somehow you want to sit here and tell me that it's like these are the same people that are saying there's no fraud in Minnesota. Like, come on, bro. You can only pull this so many times.
I can't give a political campaign my all. Every minute that I spend defending my own political interest would be a minute I can't spend defending the people of Minnesota.
This little rat, this little roach, got fucking put out of office by an independent journalist. Nick Shirley has done more reputation damage to this moron than he could in a single election term. You got what was coming to you. It was inevitable this was going to happen. It could have been anybody. It just so happened to be Nick Shirley that decided to go and do this. And you know what? W. Nick Shirley, you can't discredit what's right in front of you.
Against the criminals who prey on our generosity and the cynics who want to prey on our differences. So I've decided to step out of this race, and I'll let others worry about the election.
Yeah, I bet. After those 2 federal agents showed up at your house, and I'd imagine you'd step out of a lot, wouldn't you? You're trying to run from that persecution.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz today ending his run for a 3rd term as governor. The former Democratic vice presidential nominee has come under a hail of pressure over what
because of one, it doesn't matter how many people in these like places like Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC7, it doesn't matter how many of them you try to put under your thumb as a senator. There's always going to be an independent journalist that's going to have access to either Twitter or YouTube that is going to shut this down, whether you like it or not. And I guarantee you, the reason why it blew up on Twitter the way it did is because Elon does not like this man. And you know what? I haven't liked this man since I heard about all the Somali scam and stuff that's been going on. Even before Nick Shirley did his video, I did not like this man. I don't like Ilhan Omar. She needs to be deported. And while you're at it, send this motherfucker over there with him. Debank these people and send them to a foreign country. I feel like if we send Tim Walz over there, it'd be like an act of terrorism, but...
fraud in his home state that could total $9 billion in fraudulent expenditures of U.S. taxpayer money. House Oversight Committee Chair Jim Comer saying...
To give you an idea, this has been happening, and there are records that are dating back to when he originally got into office in Minnesota. That's how far back this stretches. It almost stretches back to day 1 of his election.
Though Tim Walz is not running for governor again, he cannot run from accountability. The House Oversight Committee demands that he appear for a public hearing on February 10th to expose this fraud and begin the process of accountability. With that, we bring in Minnesota House...
You know, I didn't think that they would arrest an acting senator or a governor, but the thing is that he's no longer the governor. I believe he's the governor, right? So, and they arrested Maduro. I guess that's where I was trying to go with this. If you can arrest Maduro, I wouldn't doubt that they would drag out a senator or a governor in handcuffs. So, I mean, if they do it to a freaking foreign dictator, hell.
Fraud committee chair.
The fact that they brought that bitch back to New York to make him face justice is crazy, dude.
Republican Kristen Robbins, who's set to testify on Capitol Hill on Wednesday. She is also running for governor. Kristen, welcome. Good to have you here. Were you surprised by Tim Walz's decision, and what does it do to the race for governor of Minnesota?
We were not surprised. It has become increasingly clear that Tim Walz is going to run from the accountability that he deserves for allowing this massive scale of fraud in our state.
Well, it doesn't help that people are like 89 people have been arrested for this. People that worked at these daycare centers. And then the other people that have shown up at these daycares that during the times that they were open and still got the same thing that Nick Shirley got. And then you've got all the whistleblowers that are coming forward that are Somalian and American. Like, it's cooked for him. It's done. It's over.
And so we'd heard rumors of this for quite a while.
Hopefully they can fix that dog shit flag back there too.
And I'm not surprised. The more we look into it, the increasing number of programs of fraud, the scale of it is staggering, and he just cannot defend his record.
No, he can't.
Any of his handpicked successors.
If this would have been a normal Joe, he'd already be in jail. It's because he's a goddamn, he's like part of the government that they're not doing it as fast as they should be. If it'd be a normal person, he'd already be in jail. He'd have already been convicted. It'd be over. Just like what happened to all those Somalians that they went and got.
Some of these numbers up in terms of the $9 billion of alleged fraudulent schemes, what the funds were supposed to be for on the left-hand side, feeding...
Man, look at that. Feeding children, helping recovering addicts find a place. This is the whole reason why we can't even have people that have had bad pasts try to get back on their feet. They're just cucked the minute they come out of their sentence. They can't even get back on their feet, man. You got these political people literally like taking this money, sending it to a foreign country, and not even trying to help out the Americans. Like, they taking money from kids, from children. Come on.
Children, helping recovering addicts, helping
Disabled adults. This is veterans. This is people that need help. And they just taking all the American money that's supposed to go to these Americans, and they just sending it overseas.
adults, but that money, it appears, went
Real
to
estate
wire transfers to China.
This is the reason why real estate. This is the reason why real estate's is as fucked as it is. Look at that. They're in the real estate fraud now. Look at that.
In East Africa, luxury real estate, luxury vacations. Do you think that you will see Governor Walz?
Oh, but there's no way that the immigrants that are here illegally are pushing people out of their homes and driving up the housing price. Look at this. What do you think is going to happen whenever you've got these people coming from a foreign country abusing our governmental systems? This is what happens right here. And then you got people like Tim Walz putting legislation in place to make sure that this doesn't get stopped. You realize that what he did for the state was he put this loophole in place for people that want to come from overseas to exploit it.
Held accountable for his governorship in terms of how he was overseeing where this money was going in the state that he was running?
I expect so. Our committee is going to have continued oversight hearings. The federal government is holding oversight hearings. I know the federal partners at DOJ are doing additional investigative work. So we will not leave any stone unturned to try to get Minnesotans' money back and to hold everyone responsible for
that money is gonzo. That money is gonzo. But what you can do is give them what they paid for, and that's going to be Tim Walz with a life sentence in jail, right next to P. Diddy.
this fraud, who has to be held accountable.
Well, it's
you see, what you should do is you should have P. Diddy, Maduro, and Tim Walz all in cells next to each other.
A lesson in following the money and
put P. Diddy in the middle and give him some like baby. No, I'm gonna stop.
Sure, you know where it's going, and I
stop.
think it's probably a lesson that could be felt in a lot of states across the country. Kristen, thank you very much. We'll follow the story from Minnesota. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here.
Who has brand new details from Maduro's court appearance and the next steps in Washington. Hi, Maddie.
Good morning, Carly and Todd. Trump administration officials are now
This was 5 hours ago, so we got an update on Maduro.
answering a lot of questions from congressional lawmakers. There's an all-member briefing on Venezuela tomorrow that follows a briefing last night for a smaller group of people known as the Gang of Eight, which is comprised of the House and Senate leaders of both parties, as well as the top lawmakers for the intelligence committees in both chambers. And Republicans and Democrats have very different takeaways. House Speaker Mike Johnson says the U.S. is not at war with Venezuela and wants the country's behavior to change.
And an arrest warrant was duly issued. And now he has learned what accountability looks like. Under President Trump, the United States will no longer allow criminal regimes to profit from wreaking havoc and destruction on our country. He's putting Americans first and succeeding where others have failed.
You can't fail at something you never tried to do. I mean, look at Biden. He did fuck all. Even Putin came forward and said if it wasn't for Biden, there would be no Russia-Ukraine war. He straight up said that. He was like, yeah, if it wasn't for Biden, we wouldn't be at war with Ukraine.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer indicates he's worried the same kind of operation could extend beyond Venezuela.
This briefing, while very extensive and long, posed far more questions than it ever answered. Their plan for the U.S. running Venezuela is vague, based on wishful thinking.
Why should we run Venezuela? They should hold up their own democratic elections and vote whoever they want into power. That's their responsibility. Why do these people keep falling on that? It's like a stupid sword they just keep falling on. You do realize that Venezuela's been a democracy for like over 40 years, right? Like, they've just been taken over by a dictator. Mind you, what's crazy is that Maduro got into power after their prior dictator and started doing the same shit that he was doing. He got voted in. That's not our responsibility to run Venezuela. That is the people that live there's responsibility. They got to vote somebody in who's going to do their fucking part to make sure their citizens are taken care of. Just like it is for here. That's not our but it is our responsibility to take out dumbasses that want to turn a democracy into a dictatorship. I'll stand by that all day, especially the way that they handled the capture of Maduro. I'll stand by that 100%. But that's not our responsibility. Stop asking the stupid-ass question. It's fucking stupid. It's a stupid, dumbass question for limp dick, old fucking boomer retards that sit in Congress and do fuck all constantly and line their pockets with insider trading. Shut the fuck up. You're wasting everyone's time, and you wasted most of your life doing that. Time's up, man. It's time for you to go. It's obvious that Venezuela is a democracy. The dude had to kill his political opponents just to stay in power. It's a democracy. They will figure out, people will run for elections. Right now, they're celebrating. That's their own thing to figure out. If Trump wants to send stuff in there to, prop up and start extracting oil, well, that's just something that the Venezuelans are going to have to give to us for taking out their dictator fucktard. Okay? That's a given. That's just how it is. It's not our responsibility to run their government. It's theirs.
And unsatisfying. I did not receive any assurances that we would not.
That's probably why he's being so vague. He doesn't even want to talk about this because it's a stupid ass question that fucking morons ask to try and throw off an entire administration. Nobody gives a shit, man.
Try to do the same thing in other countries.
It doesn't even matter who it is. It's always the same quote. Who's gonna run Venezuela? Who's gonna run Venezuela? Venezuela. They're gonna run their own fucking country. They're their own country. We just went and got a fucking criminal. That's all we did.
Maduro and his wife Celia Flores were defiant when they appeared in federal court on Monday. Maduro saying, "My name is President Nicolas Maduro Moros, president of Venezuela. I am here kidnapped, and I am here since January 3rd, Saturday. I was captured at my home in Caracas, Venezuela. I am innocent. I am not guilty. I am a decent human." But Attorney General Pam Bondi says the Maduros are responsible for many deaths and should face justice.
We know that this monster released countless defendants, prisons, insane asylums into our country.
This dude is so bad. Maduro is so bad that whenever he got to America and they read him his Miranda rights, he was shocked to find out that they allow every person to get a lawyer and he can be released on bail. He was shocked. You know why? Because this motherfucker doesn't let anybody go. He either imprisons them forever or he kills them.
It's not just about drugs. The president saved thousands, countless lives tonight. Countless lives with the drug trade. But he also...
Think about how many Venezuelans are going to be able to go back home now because of this. Think about it. Think about how many Venezuelans are so happy. There's so many American Venezuelans that are so happy.
Protected Americans from the TDA members who Maduro let into our country.
Maduro and his wife are scheduled to appear in court again on March 17th.
But who's gonna run Venezuela, guys? It's not. Let's completely disregard the fact that they're their own people over there. Come on, man.
All
right, Madeline Rivera live
Damn,
from
it's just
Washington.
so
Maddie,
stupid.
thank you. Let's bring in constitutional attorney Mark Smith to talk more about this. Mark, good morning to you. There was a unique
authority to do so, so he doesn't have the same
I just can't stand these people anymore, man. They just bring up the dumbest shit. I just can't do it anymore, man. Cannot. All right. You'll watch this Midwest safety video and then probably roll up out of here. I'm actually very excited about this one. Child predator, piece of shit, carjacks a U.S. special agent. So here we go, boys. I have my own personal thoughts and feelings that what should happen to a predator. If I were to announce what they were on stream, I would probably get like my account suspended. I don't want to breach terms of service any more than we already have today. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it.
2024.
W Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Go check out Midwest Safety on YouTube.
Federal agents in Portland, Oregon served a search warrant on the home of Travis Griegla, a registered sex offender who was suspected.
Look at that fat piece of shit. Look at that fat piece of shit. Why do they always look the same? They're always the same, like, nasty-looking fat piece of shit.
Possessing and sharing child pornography.
Jesus!
A sheriff's deputy from nearby Cowlitz County recounted what went wrong that led the suspect to flee north into Washington in a federal agent's vehicle.
They were interviewing him in the car. He was sitting in the front passenger seat. The bad guy was.
I don't know why. I always wondered why on earth any law enforcement officer would ever let a person, that a suspect of any kind, in the front of their vehicle. That's just a bad move waiting to happen. It may not happen with the first 3 people, but it's bound to happen.
Interviewing was sitting in the driver's seat. Guy interviewing got out of the car for a second. Bad guy climbed over and said, "Peace out."
What follows next is the result of 6 months of work acquiring dozens of videos to document the massive multi-agency response. The video begins with...
Damn, so he goes through multiple states for this? God.
Rushing to catch up to the federal agent's stolen Ford police interceptor. Meanwhile, other officers are urgently working to set up stop sticks, an action that carries real risk of being struck by a vehicle.
What David T County set up at 36?
I'm kind of surprised they don't give those federal agents run flats. If you don't know what run flats are, they're tires that once they're punctured, they still continue to stay inflated. I'd imagine that the whole reason why they don't have that on any police cruisers is because of this reason. That's gotta be such a nerve-wracking thing to put out stop sticks in the middle of the highway like that. I wonder how many police officers lose their lives whenever they're trying to do this. Yeah, I was gonna say, usually, like, whenever I went through my training at the fire academy, even whenever I got into my first department, because we did a lot of calls on the interstate, they say that anytime you're doing anything, make sure you're on the other side of that guardrail. Always stay on the other side of that guardrail, no matter what. Because even if the vehicle manages to hit past the guardrail, most of the momentum's gone.
State's wondering if there's any suspicion for DUI.
Well, their observations are the same as mine. He's 112 and he's driving all over the shoulder.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't have in vehicles the ability to turn them off whenever you're involved with police. I've never understood that, why they don't have like an automatic kill switch for cars.
They can make that determination for themselves.
Especially in police cruisers. You would think at the very least they would have that in police cruisers.
Beetle to Brady or Spalding. I am just south of the overpass at 36.
We'll find out. 3-1 David, you're authorized to pursue and spike. Going.
There he is.
We're northbound 34, lane 3, 110. Evo alone. It looks like state might have spikes up here where lane 3 stays.
They're in lane 3 right now.
I was wondering about that. How do they make sure, like, the spikes are in the right spot? Because, like, that lady was closest to the barricade, so I guess he's going to have to operate the other 2 lanes.
I think Brady just did.
Oh, bro. Oh, yeah, no, that was a terrible throw, bro. What was that? He threw that on the ground like it was just a piece of clothing. Didn't even lay out flat or anything.
So we have a negative spike at up 35. We'll try again for 36. Lane 3.
Here he comes.
Think about like if you had automatic kill switches in cars, you wouldn't have to worry about trying to spike somebody when they're going like super fast. You just kill the car and it like rolls to a stop. Seriously, like how is having a like kill switch in a car a bad thing? Damn, he's moving, bro.
35 north.
How fast was he going? I missed it. Yeah, 110. You can't. I don't think you can spike somebody that's going 110. You can cause an accident. I mean, I think Rip Bozo, but that's me.
On 36, your lane 300 miles an hour.
Let me know when you go underneath the signs for the exit.
On your lane 3. Northbound at exit 30. Might have got a clip on that.
That's true. Yeah, no, yeah, you could totally like make it to where it forces the gear to go to 1, so that way at most you can go 30. Hell, maybe even a switch that makes it to where he can't go over a certain speed. Not even like a gear thing, something that burns up the gas faster, so that way he like chokes the gas, so that way it eventually turns off, or like makes it to where he can't go a certain speed. Maybe like a 2-tier system. The first tier chokes the gas and makes it to where he can't go over a certain speed limit. And then the second tier, like, turns the gas off completely. Like something that cuts the line.
I don't know if they got him or not.
Hell, you could even do that. Something that just cuts the line of gas to the engine. You could do that instead. You just cut the line. Have like some kind of like mechanism that's set up that snips the line. Have just like a pair of scissors on like a little thing on the bottom that snips it. So I don't think she got him, did he? Oh, it kind of looked like she did. Did she get him? Yeah, she got him. She got him. Why wouldn't you just go to the right? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are you doing this? Wouldn't it have just been smarter to go to the right?
FYI, there are some DOT workers on the shoulder 48 north.
Yeah, that like shotgun that's in Fast and the Furious. I like that idea too. But they needed a helicopter for that though. They needed to be in a helicopter in order to shoot that gun.
37 northbound. It's gonna be about a mile.
Is that? No, that's not him. Is that him? Nope. Shredded tire. They're on the tail. I don't even see him anymore. Is that? Man, he's still flying at like 110 in that cruiser like that, man. With a flat tire. He's probably got a couple. How the hell did this man manage to squeeze his fat ass over the computer? Oh, you know why? Because it's not like an actual police cruiser, that's why. There's not a computer that's probably in between him and the console, right? Like the center console. So he's probably able to squeeze his ass over there.
The tire's coming apart, it looks like. He's gonna take 40. Taking 40.
Whoa! Damn, bro, he's still flying. Damn, bro is freaking haul ass, and he's still like. Oh, he left. He got on an exit. Oh, I don't think it's gonna last very much longer. There's another piece of tire. Why is he doing that? Why is he getting on and off the exit? Ooh, that car's slowing. Yo, that front tire is gone, bro. Damn, he's still going though. He's still going fast. What's he clocking at? He's still going 108 with a flat tire in the front, bro. What the hell's this car made out of? Cast iron?
I'm gonna start slowing down traffic back here, so that way you guys get him stopped. They don't come on you.
I know, right? Like, what do you think is gonna happen here? He's fat, so he can't run, so, like... I ain't even gonna lie, if this dude gets into a car crash and he dies, rest in piss, you won't be missed, seriously. Because he's a child predator, man. I could say some nasty shit about a child predator. That's one less piece of shit that could hurt a child. That's my honest opinion. Let's just say that. Think about all the motorists this guy's put in danger doing this too. That's probably why he's doing this, honestly. But my big problem with child predators is that when they end up in prison, they don't usually end up in prison for very long. They always usually get out, if they live. And I don't like that. I don't like that idea. I think they should be stuck in prison forever. I think that our laws against child sickos like this are way too laxed. Like. Yeah, he's slowing down a lot, man. There it is. Done. Done. That was a beautiful pit maneuver.
Where do you need me?
See, now what you gotta do is just pour some gasoline on that bitch and set it on fire. He died in a crash. Problem solved.
I'm gonna go stop traffic the other way.
That's his. We got tires moving.
No, that was a beautiful pit maneuver. Like, that was perfect. God, they had so many cops, dude. Oh, they had sheriff's members, dude. Oh, man, he messed up. He messed up big time.
I got rifle. No idea.
We need that siren off so we can do communication. Hey!
Door pop.
Who's got the goddamn siren on, dude?
Ed!
It's not his.
Hey!
Bro, I bet that shit is intensified by them being in an underpass. That echo for the sound bouncing back.
Hey! He can see me! He can see me!
It's his. It's his car.
Well, he needs to turn that goddamn thing off, man. He needs to turn that shit off. I know, right? Oh man, the dog slipped off the leash. I don't know what happened. Here, good boy, Cujo. You gonna get some extra treats tonight, boy?
I need hands, Shades, hands. I'm gonna move around. It's not yours. Brent, it's not yours. Walk backwards. Okay. Take photos. Keep walking. Keep walking backwards. Keep walking backwards. Stop. Go down to your knees. Cross your ankles. Okay, put your hands on your head.
Woo, they got that, bro.
We're gonna need 2 pairs. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up.
Nothing in my pocket. Nothing on this side.
Nothing over here. Stand up.
Yo, W police. Got that piece of shit.
Let's put him in here. Yeah. Put him in here.
Video recorded in this vehicle. Inside.
Dude, how is that car still going off?
Middle name? Jake.
Thank fucking God, dude. God damn, bro.
Portland?
You think maybe he was trying to get over to a district where he knew that he was going to get a lighter sentence? You'd be surprised how often that happens.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you hurt?
Got some abrasions.
Where?
My arm, my leg.
Do you want to be checked out by us?
Please.
Okay. Any neck pain, back pain?
I mean, I have 5 herniated discs, so always
Nothing
back
new
pain.
today?
No.
Gotcha.
Just shoulder pain.
Well, seems understandable.
Yeah.
How fast was the vehicle going when you actually rolled?
Not very. The tire had already been blown, so maybe 40, 50, if that.
Travis, what do you want to do? Regardless, if you come with us to the hospital, you're still gonna go to jail,
That's
right?
fine.
Like you're not
Yeah.
getting out of that.
No, I
so
don't care.
we can take you or they can take you. What do you want to do?
Let's go hospital.
What do you need from me?
Nothing. We'll go book him. I just need to get let's go to the hospital.
Have you guys ever seen a tow truck flip over a vehicle? It's like a work of art almost. I watched a semi overturn on a highway and we had to respond to it. It took like 3 tow truck drivers, but they were able to like position their trucks around the 18-wheeler to turn it up right. It's like a freaking work of art. It really is. It's kind of impressive watching them like do their meticulous thing. I can't say that enough. I can't give tow truck drivers enough credit. They're assholes sometimes, right? But like the ones that have contracts with like the fire departments or the police that only go to those, man, y'all are some hard workers, man.
He wants to go with us. That kind of it's not going to change the outcome of where he goes today.
Does he need to be in an ambulance based on what you guys are observing? No, then we can take him to the hospital. He's done this shit already. We're not doing this again.
I feel like he did it. I feel like the reason why he took off was because he knew that he was going to go to jail regardless, and he just wanted to see if he could get away. I feel like, I'm not going to lie though, whenever that cop got held up by the 18-wheeler, if he had just bailed out of the vehicle and ran across, he probably would have got away. I ain't even gonna lie, because they didn't have helicopters, so like they probably wouldn't have been able to get him.
Travis.
It's like decisions like that usually end up costing them the run. I feel like.
Hey Travis, you're gonna go to the hospital, but you're going in a cop car. You're not going in an ambulance, all right? Okay. And then you're gonna go get booked in jail. That's fine. Okay. We can do that. We're gonna take you. Huh?
Do you want me to clear?
Yeah, I'll stick around here.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not even trying to take chances with him. Damn, he totaled that car too. He totaled that vehicle. Damn, I can't believe it.
Make these for tall guys.
They don't make them for fat asses either.
I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to do that.
What's that?
You don't have to buckle them. I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, I don't really have a choice.
That's a state thing. Okay. That's a state thing. Shut up.
I gave my best shot. I'm not going nowhere else.
We got him for a lot of stuff. We'll let him work through the system. I think the immediate concern is just getting into a hospital.
Yeah,
anywhere.
that's what I meant.
Anywhere.
Hospital.
No.
In from Longview, they should be here pretty quick. So somebody going with you? Or?
One of these HSI guys are going to go with me. I'm transferring HSI going that they were saying that they're going to take custody of him at the hospital. So I don't know. I just wanted to.
Well, I'll get that sorted out. But yeah, just go there in the meantime.
Yeah, just let me
There's
know.
so many jurisdictions that are involved in this. It's kind of ridiculous. Because like whenever you go on the interstate like that, who knows where you could end up. Especially going 110 for as long as he did, dude. He's probably in like a whole different state now.
Federal charges are not great. State charges are fine. Yeah. So we've got plenty of state charges in Washington.
So I'm just trying to get the right operation here. So we hit his roommate 20 days ago.
He was so mad about that siren, he didn't realize it was from this car.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, it's coming from that car.
Stolen vehicle, unlawful possession of a firearm, possessing stolen firearms.
Ooh,
both
he had a gun.
in reference to the firearms located in the stolen HSI vehicle.
Oh, okay, so it was in the vehicle. Okay.
Eluding and violating community custody. However, that case remains open as Travis was charged in federal court with possession of child pornography.
Yeah, once you cross that federal line, brother, you are fucked.
Distribution of child pornography
Jesus.
And theft of government
What a
property.
sick motherfucker, dude.
According to federal court documents, during the initial search of Travis's bedroom, an HSI agent discovered a black Samsung cell phone, which Travis was prohibited from possessing as a stipulation of his supervised release, stemming from his 2008 conviction of possessing and distributing child pornography. A search of the phone yielded photographs of Travis's pay stubs and selfie photos of Travis, establishing that the phone was his, along with 2 videos depicting child pornography.
Damn, so he ended up having a phone with the same thing he got convicted on before. That's, oh my god, dude.
Another phone known to be Travis's was recovered in a boot in the back of a task force officer's police car, who had recovered the boots from the crashed HSI vehicle. A review of the SD card yielded hundreds of images of child pornography.
Bro can't stay away from kids, man. God damn.
Travis pleaded guilty and was given nearly 22 years in federal prison. And
oh, damn, he went to prison, bro. Oh, Shit.
Completion of his sentence, will be on supervised release for the rest of his life. He was also ordered to pay the United States government over $27,000 in restitution.
Yeah, probably for crashing that vehicle.
Travis is currently serving his sentence at Terminal Island Federal Correctional Institution in Los Angeles and is scheduled for release in October 2042.
42, bro. Damn. Get fucked, loser.
Car's got firearms in it. It's got computer. Right. It's got lights and siren. Wow. And they didn't want to pursue it. Unbelievable. Blows my mind. Unbelievable. That's Oregon for you, right? That's out of Oregon? Yeah. Yeah. You got a guy that's in custody for federal charges in a police car. Pursue it. How stupid is that? Maybe I'll just get tired.
Yo, they calling out the federal Oregon. They talking about it. Why would you put this guy in the front seat? Are you what? How's that even legal?
Up in Woodland, and he's passing cars on the inside shoulder. We finally lit it up at Kalama. And then
Just think about if he had actually gotten away with that vehicle. Like, what are we doing, guys?
There could be some good dash video of this one. There should be.
Man, what a bunch of idiots, bro. All right, boys. We rolling. We back on tomorrow. We'll be able to cover your video tomorrow, bro. Thanks for sticking around and watching. Thanks a whole bunch, Nigel and Cross Current. See y'all tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Take it easy. I think I got the music up and running again. Hold on. Hey. Now stay safe out there.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna